everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, real estate investing for beginners in Miami. Pre-construction condos. No credit needed. We're going to talk about it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I've been down in Miami and South Beach doing some reconnaissance mission. So I'm sorry I'm late tonight, and welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back. And if you guys were watching the stories on the YouTube channel, I can add stories. I posted a few things throughout the day where I was at the beach, where I was by yachts, SSN lifestyle ? And then after that, I went down to Miami, directly downtown, because I had to find out about these $300,000 condos. We talked about it last week. And this week, there's a legacy, mc.com. That is sold out. That's the original one for $3,000. Then, as you guys know, on the Wednesday Night Live, I went into the one that said Nativo Miami by Airbnb. And that one is the first licensed condo allowed sharing condo in Miami. That's why there's a building boom, because once one gets licensed, another one gets licensed. And boy, oh boy, this Nativo Miami is off the charts, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to talk about it. And there's some other things as well. I guess I should bring that up right now because it does cost. I don't have the sheet. I should have grabbed it out the bag, but we're talking about in the 300,000 starts a studio unit. Studio units are roughly around 400 square feet, so they're nice size. They're fully furnished with JennAir products, JennAir hood, JennAir refrigerator, JennAir stove, JennAir countertop. Yes, studio has everything. One bedrooms have an extra like 2 or 3 feet of countertop. They're using a quartz countertop. We got a lot to talk about here. Real estate for beginners, Miami style, and a few other things. And of course, we can talk about anything you want to on the Friday Night Lives. You guys know how we do this. And welcome, everybody. So please smash that like button. And once again, if you like what we talk about during the live streams, please subscribe to the channel. All right, let's see who's in the house. We have Mr. Evans in the house this evening with the icon next to his name, Mr. Homeowner in Las Vegas recently. Once again, I'm glad to see you here, and congratulations. I'll keep saying it because buying a new home is a big expense, and especially in a bubbly market where prices are escalating by the month. So great move. I love it. So I'm welcome, Mr. Evans, with the icon next to your name, which means he's a member of the channel. So thank you so much for being here. Diesel Mike's in the house. Welcome to the Friday Night Live stream. Once again, I'm sorry I'm late, but thank you so much for being here, Diesel Mike. And you have the icon next to your name, so I appreciate your support as well. Victor Marrero with his signature, "Let's do this." That's right. We're here on Friday Night Live again with Victor Marrero. Thank you so much. Again, because he has the icon next to his name, that means financial support as well. So thank you so much. And I got some more news for you with that condo stuff down in Miami. I was actually there. And in case you did miss that intro part, Legacy sold out. Yeah, but I have news. The Legacy, disregarded, even if it wasn't sold out, that's not the one you want. The one you want is Nativo Miami, not sold out. Literally walking distance, no more than about, I would say, 50 to 100 yards away from American Airlines Arena. And it's on Biscayne Boulevard. That's right. Even though it's turned sideways, meaning the front of the building is on Northeast 6, but the other part of the building, just a side square of it, is on Biscayne. So literally, you walk out the building, make a left. There's Biscayne right there, literally 25 yards down. All right. So anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, we can talk about it. Bringing heat from the 305. That's right. That's right. There's a new sheriff in town in the 305. Mr. Worldwide, Mr. Pitbull's there. But you know, wherever we go, party happens. So we're going to make it happen down there as well. It's pretty awesome. So I guess I should talk about, I've been leaving teasers for SSN Lifestyle, and I don't want to release everything yet, but we're trying to have ordinary citizens hang out in cool places. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but let me know if anybody here gets excited when somebody says, we're going out on the yacht today. Not just a boat that's like, you know, those 18 footers, 20 footers. How about the ones that you can sleep on, like 3 cabins inside? How about the ones that have a galley? I'll use nautical terms, the galley and the salon, which is the living room and the kitchen, full living rooms with sofas, couches, headroom 7 feet high, staterooms separated with their own bathrooms and showers, crew quarters, they have their own, and crews on board to fix food for you and bring stuff to you and assist you. We're there. We're talking about this, ladies and gentlemen. SSN Lifestyle is coming soon. I shouldn't say soon. It's going to still take me a little to do with the SSN Lifestyle thing, but let me know what you guys think. If you're going to, well, pick any destination. All right? I'm going to give you guys a little preview. Here's the idea behind the SSN Lifestyle. A lot of people like to stay in cool places, but the problem with that is a lot of people can't afford to stay in these cool places because normally you have to pay a little bit extra, a lot extra. And who wants to spend, you know, $500, $600, $800 to fly somewhere round trip per person? And then when you get there, just to stay there is going to cost you another, like for a week, like $1,500 to $2,500. And then once you get there, you still might have to rent a car. You still, if you want to go do something like go fishing, just go do a sandbar. We're doing South Florida stuff. I mean, this could be in Mexico. This could be on an island in the Caribbean. But what I'm trying to say is you want to go fishing and then they tell you, oh, I'm sorry, that charter is like another $1,000 because you're going to be on there for 3 hours. And you got to pay the captain. You got to pay the crew. Well, ladies and gentlemen, how about if it doesn't cost that much and it costs a third of what you're used to and everybody can afford $300 or $400, right? And if you have your friends with you and it only costs $300 or $400 for 3 or 4 hours and each of you put in $75 or something like that, you can be out there on the boat, be out there on the sandbar, be out there cooking up food on the yacht, 60 footers, 70 footers. Those are big boats, ladies and gentlemen. That's just for starters. Then, of course, Victor Marrero's a little spoiled himself because he owns it Margaritaville. He also bought it Cana Rock. This man is pretty much doing things already in a little upscale areas. So therefore, he'll be used to that. But he knows how much it cost for the maintenance fees. He knows how much it costs for him to buy the property. So what if you didn't have the funds to buy these properties, but you still can stay in properties equivalent to that, right? And fixed up nice. You have top of the line appliances that people recognize when they hear Wolf, when you hear Genair, Sub-Zero, quartz countertops. These are the kind of things that people start going, okay, that's a little more upscale for us. That's kind of cool, but we don't have to pay upscale prices. This is what SSN Lifestyle is going to be. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be, yes, it's going to be a membership. Yes, it's going to cost you. But when you say, I'll give you an example since I was in Miami today. So I'm flying to Miami, and now I'll do one better. I'll do something better. Let's say you're going down to the Keys, right? And I'm going to tease you guys a little bit. Let's say you're saying, well, you know, me and a couple friends, we're going to go down to the Keys. We're going to hang around and marathon. Well, as you guys know, I do timeshares. And there's a timeshare by Blue Green called Marathon at Hammocks, or Hammocks and Marathon, whatever the name is. That's what it's called. It's down there in the Keys. What if we said, hey, you know what? For an extra like $600 or $700, you have a yacht waiting for you when you get down there. And you got use of it for 3 days while you're down there. How about that? Does that get anybody excited? Because this is what we're talking about. It's going to be a little more upscale. Ordinary citizens being able to do a little bit more stuff than that they see that these movie stars and all these guys do, as far as I'm concerned, right? I'm not going to spend $3,000, $4,000, right? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to get the VIP treatment where they say, you just pay, a third of the price, fourth of the price, and you're good. Let me know if any of that interests you guys. All right. Good evening. Curtis Davis is in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Mr. Financial's in the house as well with the icon next to his name. Anthony Jackson, good evening. Welcome to the Stop Juggling Now Friday night live stream. So glad to see you here. Thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to start it off real early because it's 11 minutes in. Please smash that like button. All right. All right. TJ Mallet. Peace to the gods. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, real estate for beginners. So we're going to talk about it. I guess you're going to like this one, Victor Marrero, because I'm going to give you guys some actual numbers because I was at Nativo. But first, let me put Nativo Miami on the screen. All right. It hasn't been built. It's going to be built in 2 years. And I am highly excited about this project. So if anybody wants to find out any further info, of course, you got to email me and I'll get you hooked up with the realtor. Sophia is the realtor there for this project that we're going to be working with. So here we go. This is Nativo and real estate for beginners. So this is downtown by American Airlines Arena. Okay. The room, this is fully furnished to begin with. All right. Some of these rooms, disregard the views outside of the window because they're doing this for certain things. Like what you see on the screen here is the 3-bedroom unit. Yes, the 3-bedroom unit downtown right now is $840,000. Okay. If you want a penthouse, the 3-bedroom is $1 million, but the 3-bedroom is a lock off. You walk in one door into a foyer. They have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath on one door and a separate studio unit on its own door. So now you can rent it as a studio, a 2-bedroom, or a 3-bedroom. So you need this to say the 2-bedroom sleeps 6, the studio sleeps 2, so you can sleep up to 8 couples, 8 people comfortably. They overlook Biscayne Boulevard, which means it overlooks the park and can see the water. And to the left, about, like I said, about 100 yards down is American Airlines Arena. Behind the building, I think it's 2nd Street, 2nd Ave. That's where the monorail is. And guess what else? The train station is right behind it that is planning to go up and down the coast from Fort Lauderdale. I know it goes Fort Lauderdale to the airport out to downtown Miami. So literally somebody can land there at the airport, get on the train, and be dropped off right in front of the condo, walk across the street, and you're at your place. All right. Now, that's the first part of this equation. So I'm going to try and let me see what they got here. I don't like their building. Okay. See this, first of all, I'm not going to get too much into this unless you guys want to hear more about it. But welcome to the Friday night live stream, Brandon Hicks. Salute in the NC. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. Is it better to get a duplex or a place to use for Airbnb? Uh, okay, go with the duplex. The reason why I say the duplex is because it's 2 units. But the question, though, I would go with either one because either way, you're using it for commercial purposes as an asset. So I always say get as many units as you can, put them on Airbnb. I don't like I mean, you can always do a duplex and then rent out both sides. Or you can do what, when people get a duplex and they stay in one side and have the other person pay the note, which is what it generally ends up being. But if you can get a duplex, then I would recommend getting a fourplex. And you can use an FHA loan for a duplex, a triplex, or a fourplex. And you can live in one side. You have to live in one side for a year, but you can rent out the other 3. So if you're going to get a duplex, I would recommend you get a fourplex and try to get a 3% down FHA loan. So 3% down on $200K, to give you an example, is $6,000. That's it. That's all you would need for the FHA loan. And in certain states you have limits. So if you're in California or most states, you can get up to almost 600,000 for FHA. If you're in like a lower income state, like the southern states, like I always say, Alabama, Mississippi, places like that, Louisiana, then they cap it at like 350 or 465,000. I think 465, I think, is what they cap it at, that you can get an FHA fourplex for, or twoplex or threeplex, whatever the case may be. But yeah, I would try to do a fourplex instead of a duplex. And if you have a place for Airbnb, all I can say is I always say make sure it's in a vacation rental location. So in other words, because you don't have to advertise. So if you get a spot like what we're talking about here in downtown Miami, almost nearly across from the American Airlines Arena, where they have events, they have concerts, they have sporting events and whatever else there. And then you have the Ultra Music Festival across the street almost from this condo, Nativo. So you got that once a year. Then you have the Miami Boat Show, which is one is at the marina. Another one, the cook-off, is at South Beach. But, you can jump on the 195 and hit South Beach from downtown and be there in 20 minutes. So, you're in almost a perfect location where people can say, I would stay there. So you would want to duplicate this. If you're going to do an Airbnb property, you want to duplicate it where people are going to be. Like we have Victor Marrero here, and he owns at Margaritaville in Orlando. So he doesn't have to search high and low for somebody to rent his Airbnb. It's automatic. And even if he's not on Airbnb and whoever he uses, it's almost automatic because there's millions of people coming in and they're going to say, hell yeah, I want to stay at Margaritaville, right? So that's what you have to consider when you go Airbnb. You just don't do what a lot of people do. They go, oh, well, I'm just going to get an Airbnb in a condo or a house, and it's just in a random location. You got to think about when you do Airbnbs or VRBOs or anything like that, don't just do what these guys tell you to do online and just go, okay, just get a condo in Houston or something, right? I've been doing vacation rentals for a long time. Nobody calls me up and says, I'm going to go on vacation to Houston, for instance, right? I mean, it just doesn't happen. So the thing is, you want to have properties in places that is going to be jam-packed. So I'll give you examples since I've been doing Airbnb so long. Perfect examples of when you try to find an Airbnb location or a place that you want to use Airbnb for is Hawaii. All right. Oahu is number 1. Maui is number 2. The other islands, the big islands, number 3. Number 4 is Kauai. That is the pecking order as far as rentals go when you deal with Hawaii, for instance. So it would do you no good to pick a place in Hawaii, like, for instance, picking North Shore in Hawaii. That's far away from the airport. That's why there's only a few hotels in North Shore, Hawaii versus in Waikiki. It's probably 5-1 to give you an idea, right? Because more people are going to stay in Waikiki where they can shop, where they can have all the restaurants, where they're used to the malls being there and all that kind of thing, you know? So, and in Maui is different, where it's nice and quiet. People go there because it's quiet. But that's a cool space too, because all the properties are pretty nice over there, generally. And so people will go there. That's why those are 1-2 or 2-1. It flips every now and then. Now, when you start talking about South Florida, people stay in Fort Lauderdale. People stay in West Palm Beach. People stay in Miami. When you have events in a city, Miami, Los Angeles, New York, and you have something in those cities, then you will always be able to rent out because they are events almost 365 days a year, however small the events are. There's going to be concerts. Like I said, there's going to be sporting events and different ones. There's tennis events, you know, there's soccer events, there's boating events. There's all kinds of things in South Florida. That's why property values are so high. And that's why you would want to get a property if you can, you know, but most properties are $1 million if it's worth it. All right. So I'll get into some more stuff, but you know what I'm talking about. So Nativa is a condo hotel, right? So I'm assuming they have their rental program. Can you rent on your own? Both. They have their rental program, and unfortunately, it's 25% if you're in the in-house rental program. And if you don't want to be in the rental program, that is fine. They already have this on an app, so nobody has a key. So you get to send over on the app. So if you are renting yourself, you get to put in your own code that the person has so they can get in the room. But they do it for 25%. And there's another thing about Nativo that's awesome. The owners of the project, the developer, they're keeping like 4 floors for themselves. The bottom floors, I can't remember exactly because this thing is 51 floors high. So they're keeping like, I don't really remember. It might be like floor, I don't know, 10 through 14 or 6 through 10. I don't know which one it was. But the point is, they are literally going to rent it as well. But from what they're telling me, now this could all be talk right now. Like I said, I didn't sign any paperwork or anything, but it could all be talk. From what they said, though, they're setting the market with his unit. So in other words, if I'm going to tell you guys right now, downtown Miami, I have access to downtown Miami, and I've rented downtown Miami before. People have rented downtown Miami for $500, $550 a night. That's on Airbnb. Okay, just to give you an idea, not because there were special events, but because it was downtown next to the business. Because remember, Miami's a big city. There are offices and businesses in downtown Miami. So you could always rent for $500, $550. If there was a special event, $700, $800 a night. When it was Super Bowl, $1,000 per night. All right. And you guys know, you can look through the videos. I didn't stay in downtown Miami. I stayed in Bal Harbor, which was also $1,000 per night. And that's literally, I'll put you it this way. Downtown Miami's at 0th Street, let's call it. Bal Harbor is like at 153rd Street. That's how many blocks, 153 blocks away from downtown. It was still $1,000 a night when it was the Super Bowl. All right. So just to give you guys an idea. And at the time, they didn't have all these condos downtown across from Miami Center, where you guys can also see the video that I did, where DJ Khaled and friends ran his concert at the American Airlines Arena. They didn't have all these condos that they just now built in the last year or two. They didn't have them then. But if they would have, people would have been paying $1,000 per night easily, because they were paying $1,000 per night everywhere. And then some. At Fontainebleau, it was $1,500 a night. It's crazy. So, yeah, Nativa has the in-house rental program. Unfortunately, they're talking about 25%. But you're going to be able to rent a lot of room nights in downtown Miami. All right. How much down to get in that Miami spot? Okay, that's the bad news, ladies and gentlemen. You have to come with the real. It's no credit check. Here we are again, ladies and gentlemen, pre-construction. No credit check. No qualifying, because it's pre-construction. But you do have to come with 20% down because it's a second home and we're in America. Like I said, we're spoiled, because that's why I was trying to tell you about Dominican Republic, Mexico, other offshore type properties, you only have to put down 1,000 to 3,000 generally, and even that's negotiable. Then you have to complete the remaining. You got to do your 10% total, usually within 30 to 45 days, and then you start making your monthly payments. But here it's 20% down. So let me give you some numbers. $352,000 is on the 40th floor studio, for instance. And by the way, 40th floor, if you're on the south side of the building, you get to see downtown towards, I'll call it Coral Gables. Let's call it that. But it's downtown. You're still downtown. But you also get a partial ocean view if you have the right studio unit. And basically, it's number 10. Trust me, I already checked. It's number 10 line. 10 goes up the building. So if you're in the number 10 unit, which is basically 4 units down, the 3 bedrooms are up front. Then it comes to the side, and then they go with a 2 bedroom and a 1 bedroom, I believe it was. Then the first studio pops there. That still has ocean view. Needless to say, the 10 line almost sold out. 50 floors almost. The top 3 floors are penthouses, so 48 floors are sold out. There's only 10 units left on the number 10 line, and you know why? Because you have partial ocean view. That's why. And once again, that's a cachet thing. People always ask you, do you have ocean view? So you can say, yes, I have partial ocean view. That means you can charge a little more. All right. And it means it's worth more, right? Think of it as a commercial property. So if I can charge somebody $600 a night because I have a partial ocean view, this is when there's events, I'm saying. I'm not saying you could do that all the time. But if I can charge somebody $600 a night for like 20 weeks a year, right? We end up having a value. So 7 times 6 is 4,200. 4,200 times 20, you guys can start doing the numbers. That's $80,000, right? Victor Marrero, he works at JPM. Tell me something. Gino Chimiente might be telling me something as well. Somebody talk to me. If I have revenues in a commercial building of $100,000 per year, revenue, not profit, but just revenue, can somebody tell me how much is that property really worth? Is it really worth $350,000 or $390,000? Because the higher floors, I went up to the 40th floor. The 40th floor costs more. Once you start going up the 40th floor in the 10 line, it's $390,000. All right, just so you guys know, because I checked. They don't have it. The price is listed anywhere. They're good with that. But you can make an offer. But you know how that goes when you're selling. You don't really accept offers. They'll do a few thousand here or there. You might be able to get it for $385 or something, but they're not going to take off 20, 30 G's. But let me know what you guys think. If I can rent something out for $100,000 per year, is my property still worth $352 or $300? Let's call it $400,000. All right. Let me know. How are you doing tonight? Gino Chimiente's in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. And by the way, did I mention no qualifying, no credit check, by the way, because you're putting down payment of 20%. So now it's not going to be built for 2 years, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man, hold on. Let me tell you guys something. This is even crazier. How about this? Put 20% down, and I'll call it what the number is. Let's just call it 75 grand if we get the 350, right? 20% down is 75 grand. How about this? They want another 20% in 6 months. That's their program right now. So basically they want 150 in 6 months, right? So that's already 40%. Then the remaining 10%, they don't want till December 2022. That's what their program is. But you know how this works, ladies and gentlemen, in case people start getting afraid. The 20% you can't do nothing about. But they want 50% by December 2022, right? So you get to write up your own offer. You could say, well, I don't want to pay you another $75K in 6 months. How about if I give you $5,000 per month or $3,000 per month? You write your own deal and see if they accept it. Because the bottom line is you're still going to have to get to that 50% down by 2022. So you can write your own deal in essence. So you could say, well, I'll give you $30,000 6 months from now. Then I'll pay $1,000 a month for 12 months, which would be 42. Do you see what I'm going with this? So you already gave them 20. Now you're saying I'll give you another, 10,000, let's say. So that's 30. So you can get there. So you write your own deal. Remember this, no credit check, no qualifying. They have the paper. Once they sign the paper, they have the paper. Remember those derivatives. All right. We do 10 units at $400K. That's $4 million. It's on paper. I get to go write it as a derivative. Somebody, I go, hey, well, we'll use more than 10 because they already sold more than 10. They sold 40 units, 40 times 400 grand. What's that? Right? That's crazy. It's not 1.6 million. It's 16. So I think they can use that paper and they go, hey, will somebody give me 8 million for this? They can finance part of their building just by selling the paper. So, 25% is fine. Remember, they take care of everything. All you have to worry about is to check your bank for those deposits. Exactly, Victor Marrero. That's what I said too. My conclusion, I said, I really don't like that 25%, but if they're handling everything, it kind of is worth it, especially if you're in a high turnover area where they're only renting like 2 nights, 3 nights, 4 nights, 6 nights. If it's in that type of vein, then it's almost not worth it because you might be renting out 300 nights. And if you have to do it yourself, that's going to be a lot of coordinating because you are then on the hook for your own housekeeping and cleanup. All right. And I want to give you guys something else. You won't believe this. This place is, man, I can't even say enough. I can talk about it for an hour. Literally. You guys will not believe this. Okay. All the owners, if you have a studio unit, I'm only going to talk about the studio. I'll talk about the 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom too, but the studio unit, you have a 1 spot parking, valet only. So every time you come, you valet your car. You can't park your car. All right. When a guest come, it's like any major city. They're going to have to pay if they had a car. Like I wouldn't have a car there, so my spot would be empty, so they'd be able to use my spot. But let's just say, since a studio can sleep 4 people, and they brought, I wouldn't do this, but let's say 4 people were in the unit. They had 2 cars. 1 person parks in my spot. Another person has to pay the usual $19 a night or $20 a night, whatever the rate is for parking per night in the garage. Fine. But listen to this. Downstairs on the ground floor, they already have 2 restaurants. All right? 2 restaurants, valet parking, all of it's included. I'm going to blow your guys' mind. The studio unit, HOAs, are the $350,000 unit is $337 a month. That's your HOAs. Now, some of you might be going, hey, Eric, that's a lot. That's like $3,800 a year. Well, when you rent out your unit, you include that. All right. So that's not really a thing. But I'm going to tell you guys, first off, they have co-working rooms. What that means is they have offices, which I call offices. I don't know the square footage, but they have a desk. You can go in there, co-working. That's included in your HOAs. Not only that, there's not 1 unit, there's not 2, there's like 12. They have 3 floors of these offices. All right. That's the first thing. Co-working, co-sharing. This is like perfect for entrepreneurs. This is perfect for YouTubers. Man, it's awesome. So now let's say you have a meeting. They have something called a meeting room. They have 1 on each of the 3 floors. So they have 3 floors that are dedicated to offices. So they have 3 of these rooms. All right. Man, I can't, not only that, they have boardrooms, 3 of those on 3 floors. Okay. They have, let's say I'm on my cell phone And because I'm out in public on the floor with a lot of people and there's noise, you know, the old-fashioned phone booths, they actually have pods that you can go and close the door so you can't hear and sit in there and talk on your phone if you need to. This is on the co-working space levels. All right. They do have a bar. They do have a lounge and bar on all 3 levels. Okay. This is just for starters. The pool outdoor on Biscayne Boulevard overlooks that. So you'll see the Port of Miami. You're going to see the American Airlines Arena on that end, 10th floor pool. Off the pool, they have a media room. Open to everybody. This is open to everybody. This includes your HOA. No additional cost. Pool included, HOA, the media room's included. Oh, by the way, game room included. In the game room, they have another bar, by the way. All right. Out by the pool, another restaurant bar kind of thing. How about a fitness center, ladies and gentlemen? How many of you do some of that bing, 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 boxing? They have a full floor. Their fitness center has a boxing ring, heavy bags, and other boxing equipment, along with the normal fitness. They have their own Peloton studio, all this included, and a normal fitness place with the moving weights and the machines and all that. Men's and women's bathrooms and showers. Fitness center. Complete. It's huge. It's like 10,000 square feet. All right. Included in your HOA. How about that for starters? So is it worth $300 and some for a studio per month as HOAs? Yeah. I'm taking it. My valet parking's handled. That would normally be $20 a night anyhow. Think about it. $10 a night is $300. So literally, to me, $337 in a downtown environment? Seriously? Where do I sign up? Now, if you get another unit that's bigger, because these are 400 square feet. Studio units are 400 square feet. There's ones that are 390, and then there's others that are like 406. The 406 costs almost $400 in HOAs. That's it. All right. Curtis Davis, what's up? Miami living. That's right. Exactly. Hello, family. I made it. Tanisha Lyles, welcome to the live stream. Once again, I'm sorry I started this one late, ladies and gentlemen, but this is real estate for beginners. We're talking about no qualifying. And yeah, don't forget about it, ladies and gentlemen. We still got that Dominican Republic situation happening. No qualifying there as well for your pre-construction condos. Now we're in Miami with no qualifying with pre-construction condos, except the big difference is you got to put down 20% and the properties cost like 5 times as much. All right. Here, let me give you guys an example. That studio in downtown Miami, Victor Marrero owns at Canarac Galaxy. He has a 2-bedroom that he only paid $231K for. And it's in Canarac on the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino grounds. Now, 213, and here we are going to pay 300 and something for a studio. And a 2-bedroom, by the way, it's like $600,000 at this Nativo Miami, to give you guys an idea. Huge difference. Yes, the rental rates are probably going to be higher in downtown Miami. That is true. But the fact of the matter, though, is you have to start thinking about 200 versus 600. You don't have to rent for as much as the $600,000 condo. So those are the things you got to think about. It's all paper deal after 20% down. Exactly. Commercial property requires you 25% down, ladies and gentlemen. So that means you have skin in the game that you can get financing for that. Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, knows what I'm talking about. So that's why they got you right in the game from the beginning. That's why they don't need you to qualify. The house isn't built yet. So therefore, 2 years later when it's built, how many of you think this place, the 300,000 or 350 condo or the 400,000 condo is going to be 400,000 in 2 years? Or the 1-bedroom was upper 4s, by the way. 1-bedrooms were like 475, 500. So how many of you think they're going to be that 2 years from now? And the 2 bedrooms, like I said, are like 600 and some thousand. How many of you think that? And the 3 bedroom lock off, 840,000. You know it's not going to be that. And the very other penthouse, which is on the very top floor, 51st, I guess, is 1 million. All right. I pay 30% for management of my Margaritaville home. They do absolutely everything. Average occupancy, 80 to 90%. Exactly. High season, oh, there it is. 500 to 600 per night. Low season, 250 to 350. Exactly. This is what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, just so everybody's clear, this is in Orlando, Florida. But he has a home, Margaritaville home. It's not a condo. So that's why he's getting in Orlando the $500 or $600 a night. Everybody in Orlando cannot get $500 or $600 a night for renting a home. He's in a complex, Margaritaville, that has the amenities, that has a clubhouse. And that's why people are willing to pay this $500. Plus, Margaritaville has its own like gates. It's special. Just like there's a Margaritaville condos being built right now in Punta Cana. In Cap Cana, actually. In Cap Cana, which is south of Punta Cana, which is in the upscale neighborhood. I don't know how much the condos are selling for there, but they're going to be pricey as well because Margaritaville is a brand name. If you guys don't know about Margaritaville, it's a brand name, and they build high-end properties, all right? But that's the kind of money we're talking about down in Miami because we're in a dense, highly vacation rental spot, and it's right where you need to be. Just like his Margaritaville is right where it needs to be in Orlando. And when you're downtown where all the activity is, and now you cross over into business people coming downtown, business people and corporations and their people tend to pay more money. And now when you say, hey, it's walking distance to events, you can get on the tram, as I call it, the monorail, you can get on a train, and you can get to wherever you need to go without even renting a car. And you can get to the property without renting a car by landing at the airport, jump on a train or the monorail and be that right there. The stop is right there, literally. In fact, it's right next to the building that you can walk up into the monorail. So I was telling them, well, then you guys need to call that the Nativo stop. You need to hit up City of Miami. You need that to be the Nativo stop because it's literally right there. You're walking up into the monorail from their build right beside the building. It's crazy what's happening to me. I'm like, this is like the perfect spot. Can't get anything wrong with that. How fast could you get back your investment 2 years after it opens? Well, we don't know that. We can only guess at this point. So here's what I'm saying. It's going to take my guess. Literally, my guess is this. I'm guessing 3.5 years for a studio, and it's probably going to be the same for almost all of them. I'm thinking 3.5 years, 4 years max, because I already did the numbers simply. If I do 100,000 a year and I bought something for 4, that means it's going to take me 4 years. If it costs me 350, if you buy the 350 unit and we can still get 100, then 3.5 years. That's it. I like that number, but something tells me it's in Miami. I mean, I was just down there and it's like 80 degrees out, 85 degrees and winds. Beautiful. I mean, ordinarily, there's nothing special happening right now, but there's a lot of people down there. So I'm anticipating this to do the same thing that happens in Orlando. I'm anticipating similar type numbers where it would be like a 80 to 90% occupancy. Because this is what he has going on in Orlando. And he's saying, Victor Marrero, let us know, because he did put it in before, where this is rented. I forgot what he told me, but it's rented for like the next 3 months, which is weird because it's like April, spring break happens, and then it goes off, tails off normally because spring break is over. And then there's a lull because kids are still in school. They're not out of school till usually after Memorial Day. So then all of a sudden in June, July, August, September, all of a sudden it pops back up again in Orlando. Then after September, it goes back down a little bit because kids go back to school. Not as much tourists and families come down. So, but he's getting 80 to 90% occupancy right now. And if you guys start doing these numbers, I was conservative with my numbers. Because if he's doing 80%, which means 20, let's call it 21 room nights, and on 21 room nights a month during high season, 21 times 5 will go on the low side, right? You guys start doing these numbers. 21 times 500, all right? $10,000. So he's doing $10,000 a month during high season, and we have at least 6 months is high season. So he's doing $60,000 a year on the low side, but he's getting $600 per night also. So imagine if he's getting a mix, $550, right? Now we're into something like $11,000 a month times 6. We're at 66 grand profit. Something of that neighborhood, ladies and gentlemen. And we're not even counting the other slower seasons. So we can get to 60K. And then just use the other 6 days. I'll go back to 10%. So I'm just going to say, okay, we're just getting like 3 grand or something. Not even that. Let's call it 2 grand. So now we get 6 times 2 is 12. So we're going to be in the 70, almost 80K a year conservatively without sweating. And that's what we want, without sweating. So maybe he'll share what is, because he did tell me the numbers before, but I just can't remember off the top of my head. But we're almost not sweating at 80%, ladies and gentlemen. That's how crazy it is. And that's what I anticipate in downtown Miami. So we're talking about 4 years by my estimations. Conservative estimation, by the way. Good evening, Mr. Bird and SSN family. Wilson Koo's in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And the icon next to your name, I appreciate it. Joshua Felder's in the house. Mr. Crypto, what's up, family? Thank you so much, Joshua Felder. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Crypto put in, a lot of us have always been confused about how to get money and buy coins other than Coinbase, because Coinbase doesn't have all the coins. We're getting left behind because we can't buy certain coins while they go up 100% before we can get to them. Well, I'm going to post a video tomorrow. It's going to include one by Joshua Felder. He did it himself. Thank you so much again, Joshua Felder. And you're going to help everybody else. This is how he's able to buy. We were doing BNB was the talk before. And we've been missing out on the BNB upside because we can't buy it on Coinbase. It's hard to buy it. He shows us how to exchange. So Coinbase, send it over to Exodus wallet. I believe that was the scenario. But you guys are going to have to watch the video. And then you use Changely. And basically, Changely changes your coin from BTC into BNB. And it puts it into your wallet on the other side. You guys got to see this because I can't explain it, but it's awesome. Back in the day, most U.S. citizens now don't know really what I'm going to be talking about. International people know what I'm talking about. Joshua Felder will know what I'm talking about. But if you had access to a real exchange, I don't know what Gemini's like. I haven't used them. But a real exchange, you used to be able to load your money onto the exchange. All you had to do was match up the pairs. So the pairs means if you want to get Ethereum, all you would have to do is load up to the exchange the BTC, and then you would just exchange it into Ethereum on the platform. Well, because we're U.S. citizens and the U.S. government is blocking the land of the free, we have to go through this other side. Crap how to do these other methods. So that's the beauty of this, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to thank you so much, man. It's going to be loaded up tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Mr. Crypto? Joshua, I had the flu when I made the video, so I did my best, guys. Well, it was good enough, man, because I watched it. I was like, I'll be damned. I was sitting there like, good God almighty. It used to just be, I could just go to Binance, exchange, and just exchange the coins right then and there. It was every coin is there damn near. Now I got to jump through hoops. All right. But remember to write everything down, ladies and gentlemen. That's very important because you're the bank now. All right. Curtis Davis, what's up, my guy? Right on. Can you buy Theta on coin? No, you cannot. Theta is not tradable on Coinbase. So here we are right now. So after tomorrow, you'll be able to go buy Theta. All right, thanks to Joshua Felder. Once you see how it works, It's relatively easily, and he explains it perfectly. So you guys will see, even though he was sick, under the weather, he still came through, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to be major for you, and I'm going to load it up tomorrow. Thank you, Joshua Felder. Tanisha Lyles, right on. Fully booked until June. This is what I'm talking about, but I guarantee you that will change this week. People are tired of being locked up. Yeah, exactly. Fully booked. So, Victor Marrero, you told me it was fully booked till June before, and you also told us, you weren't shy, you told us how much you made generally over the course of a year in I don't know if it was profit or revenue, but either way, if you would share that again for the new people in case they don't know. So this will give people an idea. But once again, he has an upscale unit. So this is why it matters what type of properties you're going to rent. That's why when you guys were, probably some of you were thinking, hey, Eric, why'd you get that 2-bedroom penthouse for 82 grand when a 2-bedroom was 72 grand? Well, there's a reason, because people pay for the extra. If it's extra, if you say I have a terrace up top with a barbecue grill, with a hot tub, with some other amenities, another bathroom up there, another flat screen TV, people start going, oh, well then I'm going to pay a little bit more. That's why people are paying Margaritaville for $500, $600. It's extra. People like extra. You know, they like to be pampered a little bit. They like to stay in cool places. So they'll pay the money. Everybody doesn't stay in $100 a night places. You know what I'm saying? Some people are willing to say, you know what? I have my family or my friends with me. We're going to stay in a little upscale spot. We're not going to stay in the $200 or $150 or $100 a night spot. All right. Which are most of my spots. Yes, they're timeshares. Yes, they're hotels. But my spots are generally $200 a night. 2 bedrooms, in fact. Sheraton, I can't remember the name of the place. But anyhow, the Sheraton property off of 4, that is about $200 a night. When there's events happening, yes, I can charge $250 to $300. But I can never charge $500 a night. Okay? That would never happen. The Blue Green property, also in Orlando. Again, a 2-bedroom, I can only get maybe even again, it almost goes the same way, $250 to $300. But what'll happen is it's up the street from the convention center. So I can charge a little bit more when there's events on the convention center. So I can get like $325 to $350, but never $500 because it's not high end. If it was Margaritaville branding, then I could probably get that, but there's just no way. That's why it's very important when you pick downtown Miami. I feel it's important. So, does anyone know ADA is now available on Coinbase? No, it's not available on Coinbase. I'm going to go look, though, because I don't think they added it. Let's go see. I don't think they added it. They don't really want to. Remember, ADA, if they ever were able to do what they said they were going to do, that would be a Bitcoin killer. It's faster and cheaper, but they haven't performed. So I'm not expecting anything from those guys. I'm still surprised people buy their coins, quite frankly. It's almost like doggy coin. Let's see. Cardano. Oh, it's tradable. It's on Coinbase. There you go. Thank you for asking, Tanisha Lyles. It's on Coinbase. It's there. Oh, I didn't put it on the screen for you guys. Sorry about that. Let's go put it on the screen. Yeah, it's there. They added ADA. How crazy is that? Yeah, and actually, ladies and gentlemen, it was 48. It went down to 27 cents, 48 cents, and people said, "What should you do?" And I said, "You should buy more." For not ADA, but XRP. I don't know if that's still tradable, but XRP not tradable, and it's $1.04. Here's Cardano's $1.20. Tradable. So that means they added it. They still haven't added Polkadot yet, though. Oh, they added Uniswap. Oh, you know why they're adding these? Quite frankly, they're doing an IPO. Now, because now that brings in more revenue for these coins. So now they're going to say we have X amount of billions assets under management. That's what they're going to claim, right? That's what they're going to claim. That's why they're adding all these coins. They have Uniswap on here, which is a surprise. Binance Coin? Hell no. Damn, it's $4.79 now. It was just $3-something like 3 weeks ago. Chainlink, tradable, clearly. Theta, somebody asked about. See, still haven't added Theta. But Jesus, they got Filecoin, they got Stellar, they got Lumens, they got Wrapped. They still don't have Tron, still don't have Dogecoin. They have, they have EOS, of course. BitTorrent, Tezos. They don't have these Crypto, IOTA, Monero. Of course, they're not going to have Monero either. Yeah, so that's the deal. They added some coins, but yeah, they're just increasing assets under management so they can have a higher. I mean, these guys are being greedy at this point. Again, I expect them to come out of the box with the IPO at 400, 450. That's what I think is going to happen, quite frankly. That's going to be sad. That's sad to me, quite frankly. Not cheap enough. No problem at Tanisha Lyles. Joshua, thoughts on Atomic Wallet? I don't know nothing about that. The governor of Florida wants to get cruises open. The governor of Texas states no vaccine card needed to visit or other activities. No doubt. No doubt. Let me know if you guys need additional help after watching the video. I'm here for all of you. Thank you, Joshua Felder. And by the way, why don't we talk about a little bit other things? We have a Facebook group, all right? Stop Struggling Now as a Stop Struggling Now group. So when you go to facebook.com, then put in groups / facebook.com / groups / Stop Struggling Now. That'll get you to our Facebook group. I have to approve you. Joshua Felder is in the group, so you can ask questions in there, all right, to help you out, or on the next live stream, or some of you comment down below after this video's over, and then maybe he'll see that comment. Now, there's other things down below because I did the no credit check for this as well because there's not anything needed. I have some credit stuff down below. We all have the usual stuff. Get your free shares of stock from Robinhood and Webull. Get your free $10 from Coinbase. Now that Coinbase has added more coins, you got to get your free $10, right? Get it. And it is. Right on. Yeah, it's unbelievable. I don't see no problem with Atomic Wallet at Curtis Davis. I can do a video on that too. Oh my God, Joshua Felder getting ready to make me have to do some more video postings. That's cool. Hey, if you want to do any videos, man, just send them over. I'm going to post them. Bought some Tezo and Litecoin this week. Good. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to take a risk. Curtis Davis is taking a risk, putting his money into crypto. That's what we're talking about here. The only way you're going to make extra money is taking a risk. Sure, you could lose money with any investment, any purchase of a coin. You could lose money, but take a risk. A little, I'm not saying a lot of risk. I'm not saying go out here and do some of this crazy stuff that these people have done. You know, borrow against their 401ks and max out their credit cards, get cash advances, and don't do anything like that. Just use a little bit of money that you can afford to lose. And then one day you might wake up because, you know, you kind of forget about it. And then you're like, wait a minute, let me go see what I got in here. And sometimes you might be surprised that you might have a few thousand in there just from a little bit of an investment. And then sometimes you might be like, well, it looks like this didn't do anything. I lost half of what I put in. But you try to do an educated guess. That's why we're here on the Friday Night Lives, because we have a lot of knowledgeable people. Basically, Coinbase can claim maximum returns by offering more coins. Exactly. That's what they're doing. That's all they're doing. Theta is on Simple Swap. All right. He goes over Simple Swap as well in the video that I'm going to be dropping tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Men and women, boys and girls, this is how we make money. We're talking about real estate tonight, but we make money in more than one little sector. We make money with the stocks. We make money with the crypto. We make money by renting out property. That's where you're making money that you don't have to work for, so to speak. You're receiving, those are assets. All right, just to be clear, in case you're new here, we want to buy assets. When you borrow money, you want to buy assets. Like Jonathan was asking about Duplex or Airbnb. He wins either way because he's getting a duplex, not just one unit that he's going to live in. He's going to get a duplex that's going to generate income for him. That's an asset. That's a stream of income that he can generate. But like I said, if you have an FHA loan, you can put 3% down and get an FHA loan. I would just go for the max. I'd try and find a fourplex. If I'm going to find a fourplex and it's going to cost me $400,000, if I'm in a Midwest town, Southern town, I can get away with $400,000, maybe less for a fourplex. It's only going to cost you 3%, $12,000. You have a fourplex. And now you have 3 units that you can rent out. And yes, the downside is you have to live in one of the units for a year. Then after that, then you can move out. That's the rules for the FHA, 3% down. If you're a veteran, some of you can get 0% down. All right. So think about it. And if you're a veteran, you get a low interest rate to boot. So man, take advantage. Just don't just use your VA just to get a 1 unit place. That's your opportunity to buy a commercial property. Or it's not considered commercial, but a fourplex in some neighborhoods might just be residential, but you turn it into commercial when you're managing as such. So those are the kind of things you have to think about, right? Curtis Davis, I don't trust Coinbase. I never leave coins on that platform. Exactly, Joshua Felder. They're a bank. As far as I'm concerned, when they do this IPO, I agree 100%. I never leave money over there. I shouldn't say never, but I mean, I leave like $100 or $50 because I generally just take everything off. I'm sending stuff to like Celsius, okay? Or some pools, staking pools, so I can make money every night. That's what I do. I don't leave my money on Coinbase. Coinbase doesn't do anything for me. So, and again, they're like a bank. They're like BlockFi to me. So they're going to start messing with you because now they're an IPO. Now they're tied in with regulators. Now they're backed by banks. Remember, I don't know who's doing their IPO, but generally it's probably going to be somebody like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs or somebody like that. So they can get their hands on some crypto. You follow what I'm saying? Because these guys are Johnny come lately. So they have to figure out a way that they can get in on it. And then remember, banks steal people's money occasionally. So that's where I'm saying I'm not leaving my money with them guys at all. That's just crazy. I just buy them. Exactly. That's what I do too. I buy on there what I can and then I move it and put it and move it where I'm making money. Like Celsius Network. I hope I have left a link down below. If you send $400 or more over to crypto or you load up on their app $400 or more, they'll give you a free $40 of BTC or DAI. All right. Wilson Koo, Joshua Gelderland. We'll look for the video and the one for Atomic Wallet. Yeah, tomorrow is going to be the one for Simple Swap and Exodus and Changely. That's the one I'm going to drop tomorrow because that's the one that he made for us, ladies and gentlemen. So on the right location, if you're making over $50K a year, you're doing something wrong. Or you have the wrong management company. Do you mean making under 50K? Is that what you mean? Yeah, that's probably, well, yeah, in Orlando at Margaritaville, if you're making under 50K a year, then you are doing something wrong. Joshua Felder, we'll look for the video, the one on Atomic Wallet. Exactly. Don't you have to wait a minimum of 6 months before transferring? No. Oh, forget Stash. Don't buy on Stash. Don't buy on Cash App. Those are just ETFs. Don't buy on any of those. Can you confirm, is Coinbase the same? No, Coinbase is not the same. As soon as you upload, you can move money. All right. When you first sign up, I don't know if they still have some restrictions, but you don't have to wait 6 months. You might have to wait 2 days because they want to make sure, since you're new, that your money clears. But once you do it a few times and your money always clears, then it's instant. You load money up, you buy your coin, you ship your coin out to wherever you want to hold it. And like I said, right now, it's got to be on places that earn you interest every day. It does you no good to keep your money on Coinbase because they don't give you any interest unless you're in the pro model. But even then, it's minor. Celsius gives you more interest. Nexo gives you more interest. Voyager gives you more interest than these guys are. They're a bank. They're just like BlockFi. they're going to give you like 1, 2, 3%. I mean, come on. There's other places giving you double that. In fact, triple that. So there's no reason to leave your money on Coinbase. And no, it's not held for 6 months. I'll work on Atomic Wallet training video at Wilson Coup. Right on, Joshua Felder. Thank you so much, man. That's awfully kind of you. Mr. Bird, did you see the link to webinar on LATAM investment? Yes, I did. I did see that. I liked it, by the way. I just couldn't understand how to do the investment because they were like, it was weird. Thanks, Joshua Felder. Coinbase offering staking on Tezo. Really? Really? Of course they are. Okay. Look, the reason why they're doing the staking is that works against you, right? Kind of. They're going to act like a bank. That's all I can say. I don't really, that's all that's going to happen. Just like on Webull, where you can earn interest by loaning your stock out. When you're loaning your stock out, that's the guys that can short the stock. So it's doing a double effect, working against you a little bit. Sorry, if you aren't making, that's what I thought you meant. Yeah, I figured if you meant under 50K, you're doing something wrong or you're using the wrong place too much, which can happen, especially in Miami. Yeah, tell me about it. There is no way you should be making less than 50K from downtown Miami if you got a condo or a house or a property. There's just no way. I'll give you guys something. I have a place in Sunny Isles at the Newport Beach. It's a 2-bedroom, but the 2 bedrooms there, they're really 2 1-bedrooms with a door in the middle. So I get to use it as a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom. The thing is, all year long, because it's in Sunny Isles, which is around 164th Avenue. So we're 164 blocks from downtown. We're 150 blocks from being at South Beach. So we're way up there and it's a high-end area. Newport Beach Resort, I can charge generally $200 for each unit. I can charge like $400 a night. All right? Just to give you guys an idea. That's at Sunny Isles, but Sunny Isles is a little upscale too. So I get to charge $400 a night there for the 2-bedroom, and I get to charge $200 a night, $199 for the 1-bedroom side. And they don't even have a full kitchen. All it has is a microwave, a fridge. It's basically almost a hotel unit, but it's a 1-bedroom. You know what I'm saying? With a balcony, and when you go on the balcony, you can see the water. So that gives you an idea of what's happening in South Beach area from 164. But up there is Bal Harbor, and Aventura Mall, places like that is up there. It's high. It's a little more upscale, and condos up there cost more than downtown. They're crazy, but that's because they were built 10 years ago, 7 years ago, and people paid $2 million. And like I said, let me show you guys something. I'm going to show you guys this right here. Aquilina. You guys have heard me talk about this before. Here's Aquilina. This is in Sunny Isles. All right. Aquilina. Let's see. Here we go. They're calling it Aquilina Resort and Spa. Okay. Here we go. They're calling it Aquilina. Okay. They built this place, Aquilina. It might have been like 20 years ago. All right. A friend of mine lives in, hold on the screen for you guys. A friend of mine lives in this unit. Okay. I'm going to show you something. Okay. Here's this building right here. What I call Aquilina 1. Okay. My friend lives, I don't know. It was probably, I don't know. It's like 25th, 27th floor up here. It's like this unit right here on the corner, facing the water. All right. Her parents bought it because their parents are from New York. Her mom was a famous artist, by the way. And it cost $2.5 million. Okay, this is like 15, 20 years ago. Something like that. Maybe 15. Something. I just can't remember the dates exactly. You know, I get around and I can't remember dates. But I know it was like 2010, 2008, something like that. Maybe even 2013. I just can't remember. So anyhow, 2.5 million. And Aquilina number 2 is this tower over here, right? So the tower was basically about 8 stories high, something like that. And we're standing outside in the front. And here's what happened. They had a hurricane that came through. And this building, which has $2.5 million condos in it, people have $500,000 cars in the garage. You know, Rolls Royces, Lamborghinis, things like that. Can you believe this building that has $1 million properties in it, it flooded the garage with these guys' millions of dollars worth of cars? I was just like, how is this possible? What is going on around here? So then she says, hey, Eric, you should buy this one over here. All they want is $150,000 down, and you can get in on Aquilina too. I was like, are you smoking crack? This building over here, I think it's Marriott or something. That wasn't here. So it was a hole in the ground here. This was half, what is this, a fourth built. They just had millions of dollars worth of cars flooded out because they built the garage wrong. And then she goes, yeah, Eric, $150K. And you could reserve a spot. It was just reserved, $150K. I was like, no, I'm not going to live in Florida. Are you crazy? I was like, no, you guys have hurricanes over here. This is not going to work for me. All right. Now, again, we can't win them all. I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to call these condos because that's what they are. And look at this. Oh, by the way, Aquilina 2, you guys have heard of Grant Cardone. He lives in Aquilina 2, by the way. Yeah, this, I think Estates is going to be Aquilina 2. I'm trying to get you guys a price for this. You guys are going to, this is one of those, you can't win them all. All right. I don't know if they have the prices. We'll see. I don't want to tell you what the price is because you guys wouldn't believe me. 2.5 million 10 or 15 years ago. Aquilina 2, I think, was built like only 10 years ago, which is where this Estates at Aquilina is. So I'm going to go around and see if I can get some prices for this. Okay. We don't have it yet. Give me a second. Okay. Aquilina Resort. I'm having all kind of problems tonight because I have something on my computer. And residence price. Yeah, it's not working today. All right. Okay, let's see if they give me a price on this because you guys aren't going to believe it if I told you. So, one night stay, just to give you an idea, $1,300 it looks like, April 11th on a Sunday night. Friday night, $1,750. All right. Here we go. Units for sale. Okay, guys. Now, keep in mind, the $2.5 million pad, which was there. Look at this. Let me see. No prices. I don't believe it. Oh, here we go. Floor plans. They don't have pricing yet. We have a small 1-bedroom, which I didn't even know they had those, $720,000. 2 mil, 2 mil, 4 mil, 2 mil, 3 mil, 5 mil, 2 mil, 2 mil. Here's what I'm going to do. They're more than that. I'm going to go to Zillow. So sorry, guys. Indulge me for a second. Zillow, Sunny Isles. Here we go. Let's see. Indulge me for a second. I'm trying to get over here, but I can't pull it up. Okay. Let's go. I'm going to go with condo. Right? We'll go with condo. We'll go with apartment townhomes. Let's go look. Let's see if we can get some numbers over here. Trying to show you guys what the numbers are now over at this Aquilina place. Okay, so I don't know where it is. Well, I kind of do, but I don't know just by looking at it. Let's see here. Okay, we're near Sunny Isles. I can't get there, ladies and gentlemen. I was trying to get to Aquilina, but I can't. All right, I'm just going to tell you guys something. That pricing that guy had is not the right pricing. There's units there now that are $20 million. All right? So I'll just tell you what it is since I can't find it, because otherwise I'm going to be searching for a minute. But $20 million, like Aquilina 2, where Cardone lives, it's some in there are $20 million because that's the estates. Some as high as $25 million that they could have bought. I could have bought for $2 million back in the day before it was built. Crazy. Can't win them all. All right, let me get back to what we're doing. All right. I got UMI. I am at work. Oh, man, that is awesome. That is great to hear, man. Curtis Davis member, 6 months. Joshua Felder member, 1 month. Stop struggling now, Tanisha, 2 months. Victor Marrero, 1 month. Was a good member, 2 months. Hello. Right. They're members longer than that. But please smash that like button. All right. So I can't find the Aquilina that I want to show you guys, but that's okay. It's all right. I couldn't get there, but I tried. I'll still get you there. All right. Yeah, but please smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, Mr. B.D. Walters in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Watch weekly and would like to join the SSN family. Love from Miami. D. Walters is in Miami. Have you went downtown yet, man, and checked out that Nativo, Miami, Natiivo. It's a resort within a resort, man. And 20% down. I know it's pricey, but no credit check, no qualifying. And I can almost guarantee, even though I don't like to say guarantees, but you're going to have equity in 2 years. By the way, this is the first property that got a license to do home sharing, straight up home sharing. The first license in Miami. They're the ones that got it. Now they're starting a trend. All the rest of the competitors, they're like, oh my God, wait a minute. These guys just built basically a hotel. Oh, there's one little thing I forgot about the Nativo. Check this out. These guys have thought of everything. You know how when you rent your place, anybody who's rented their place, right? You know that you normally don't leave your stuff there. How about this? They have in the unit what they call an owner's closet. And by the way, this is cute because if you guys know, I use the term OC as ordinary citizen. That's what they use for the owner's closet, OC. So the owner's closet is OC and it stays locked with your own lock and key. So you leave your clothes, you leave some bags, shoes, whatever there. Nobody can get in that owner's closet. Meanwhile, they have another closet for the people that are renting the unit. How sweet is that? I mean, these guys thought of everything. I was like, perfect, because that's what I do. You know, I leave clothes at Fort Pierce. I leave clothes at Fort Myers. I leave clothes in Sac. I got clothes a lot of places. So that way I never have to really pack all my stuff. It's already there. I was like, oh my God, finally somebody came up with the right thing. And that's what they got, an owner's closet. Even in the studio unit, they have an owner's closet. Every unit, there's an owner's closet. So now you can leave your shoes, your underwears, your socks, your whatever, pants, suits, whatever, and not have to bring all your stuff on a plane. You could just land and be like, I'm good. Sweet. So sweet. Yeah, so I was down in Miami. In case you guys don't ever check the stories, you can go check the story on YouTube, and you'll see I left you guys some breadcrumbs on what I was doing down there. All right, book the webinar on Saturday, and they're going to explain. Thank you so much, Wilson Koo. That's what they sent me too, so I'm going to go check it out on Saturday and see what they're talking about. You guys will see what I mean when you watch the video. Our government don't want you to win. They're blocking your wealth. Exactly. Exactly. That's what's happening around here, Joshua Felder. Tell it like it is. They're blocking us, ladies and gentlemen. They're blocking us. So, and by the way, Joshua Felder, anybody know where you can buy the OMI coin? I'm assuming I can do this on Simple Swap or what you were showing us on Changely. But let me know if any U.S. citizen can buy OMI coin. All right. I don't know if that's what John Ruck was talking about, but hopefully when he put UMI, hopefully he was talking about OMI, because that is kind of hot. I can't wait to beat them at their own game, Joshua. We're playing chess, no checkers. That's right, Tanisha Lyles. No checkers, no more. That's what we talk about here at Stop Struggling Now. We're not playing checkers. This is why we're getting in without the government's help, with them blocking us. That's why we try to look at properties, no credit check, no qualifying. We get in. Nobody can block us. That's why we can borrow against ourselves when we have the assets. Nobody can block us. They can't say, I'm sorry, your credit's no good. I'm like, what credit? I don't need your credit. I can borrow against my own assets. That's why we should be investing in more in the assets. We shouldn't be looking at credit that much. Credit is only going to be used right now for us to use other people's money. But even then, they charge us an arm and a leg to borrow. So that's why you just want to borrow against yourself if at all possible, and then pay yourself back. Then you don't have to pay taxes on what you borrowed either. You have non-taxable events. So it's beautiful. So that's what the wealthy do, the top 10%ers. So for the last 3 years, we've been what I've been talking about is basically what top 10%ers do. But people may not have realized it. But that's what we've been doing. So if you would have done any of those things over the last 2 years, invested in any assets, you guys would be doing great. All right? That's right. Not checkers. That's right. Chess, not checkers. Facts at Tanisha Lyles. Exactly. John Ruck's in the house. I know you're working, man, and I know you like watching the live stream, so thank you so much with the icon next to your name as well. G. Heru, welcome to the Friday night live stream with the icon next to your name. Thank you so much for your support as well. We still getting AG Jewelry credit line, Eric? No. G. Heru, not as far as I know. The guys at AG Jewelry and the other people are thinking that the credit bureaus are going to come around and start reporting their customers again. I, on the other hand, I pretty much told the guys, I'm like, I don't have that. I don't believe it's going to happen. I think they're doing this on purpose because there was a record. 2020 had the most people with the 740 credit score. That 70% of the people that bought a home had a 740 and up credit score. A record from 2019 when it was 61%. It's been rising every year, in case you don't know, because people figured out when everybody knows the formula. And they started saying, hey, reduce your debt utilization. Hey, get about 10 credit lines. Hey, have this thing age. Now all of a sudden everybody has these credit scores and they're like, oh, no, we can't keep giving people 2%, 2.9%, 3.4% loans. Cars, we can't give these guys 1.9% loans. What's going on around here? We got too many people that we're giving these low rate loans to. We need those people messed up so we can charge 5%, 4% for a house. We got to be able to charge 3.7, 3.9. We got to charge 5% for cars, 4% for cars. They're like, holy smokes. So now FICO 10, all this stuff, and now they're messing with people that have reported for years, not 1 year, not 2 years, but AG Jewelers case, 7 years. My Jewelers is the smallest one, like 3 or 4 years. Ox Publishing, 14 years. I mean, they're wiping out the industry, literally. So no, unfortunately, G. Haru. Mario L., welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, SSN fam, I'm new here. Glad to be tuned in. Thank you, Mario L. Welcome to the party. And please, thank you so much for listening. And if you like what we talk about, please make sure you subscribe. And if you like what we're talking about, I talk about this a lot. You can always go and search the channel and find out more. Please smash that like button, everybody. And welcome Mario L. to the team. I love my owner's closet at my Margaritaville home. I keep the good tequila there with lock and key. Victor Marrero. See, this is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. I don't own it, Margaritaville. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. Upscale areas have different things. None of my timeshare units have owner's closet because no owners actually own the units. So at Margaritaville, upscale, they gave them an owner's closet. And he's got it exactly right. His high-end liquor's in there, and I'm sure there's something else in there as well. So that's what I'm talking about. These are little things that add value to a property. All right? And you could always change it up if you wanted to, because then you could always change it up where you could, if there's somebody that's one of your high-end clients that always books with you, pays the high-end rate, he never bitches, then you might turn it instead and go, okay, forget my owner's closet. Why don't I just give my high-end client, I'll say, hey, man, you got your own owner. I'll give you the owner's closet over here. Every time you come, I give you the key or I give you the code. It's your spot. You get, nobody's stuff is going to be in there. You get to be, you have options at this point. You have more options. Anytime you can give your customers more options and give them upsells, beautiful thing when you're renting property. But yeah, I didn't even know that. But it's no surprise. Margaritaville's high end, ladies and gentlemen. So that's no shocker. We may need to use Bitforex to get OMI. Don't worry, I'll make a video. Thank you so much, Joshua Felder. I appreciate that, man. We're gonna do it all right. All right. Can we get a okay. No thanks for your honesty. Okay. Can we get a refund for our 150? Or no? Okay, I'm going to tell you like I've been telling everybody. First up, send a email to creditline@agjewelrydesign.com and ask them for a refund. I'm pretty sure most people, they're going to say, I'm sorry, we had a no refund policy. The reason why, I'll give you the reason. It's pretty simple. I can't really blame them, but, it's kind of a messed up situation. So what happens? When people paid them, they paid out commissions, they paid out their staff, they paid out people to answer phones, blah, blah, and all that, right? So they didn't actually collect all 150. They paid out the roughly 3% for every transaction. That's gone for the processing. So that's probably why they don't want to do it. But I was trying to get them to at least do some, but they wouldn't do it. So anyhow, so if they don't want to send you back your money after you send them an email, creditline@agjewelrydesign.com, then sadly, you have to call up your credit card company and do a chargeback. That's it. That's all we got. There's no other options at this point. All right. And again, they have a belief that the credit bureaus are going to start reporting again because, quite frankly, the credit bureaus have not gotten back with them. They won't tell them what's wrong. They just go, well, we're looking into something. We're looking into something. They never say what they're looking into. So that just means they literally just trying to stop them. So that's another reason. They feel like they're going to get it back, so they don't want to refund people, and then they have the people reporting. But I don't think it's going to happen, quite frankly. Paula Marion's in the house. Welcome back to the Friday night live stream. So happy to see you, and thank you so much for the $3 donation. I humbly appreciate it. I always love a donation, so thank you so much. I really appreciate that, and it's nice to see you again. Hey, Eric, yes, you're in the house. Any suggestions for subject for purchasing investment property? Subject to. I don't know what you really mean by what. I know what you mean by subject to. You're saying, are you putting in that clause in the contract, subject to the floor being the floor being done, or subject to the cabinets being fixed up? You can always write that in the contract. You're the CEO on that, if that's what you mean. Or if you're on the other side of that, where you're selling it and they put in subject to, then you're going to try and be like, hell no, I don't want to subject to anything, if that's what you mean. But normally when you put stuff in like that, you're trying to get something done, where I'm not going to purchase unless subject to these things I want done. Let's go. 7 Streams of Dreams Income. Welcome to the Friday night live stream, and the icon next to your name. Thank you so much for being here. John Ruck, Paula Marion, cool super chat. Exactly. Thanks again with the $3 super sticker. Thank you. I appreciate that. Paula Marion, right on. Subject, it means you take over someone's mortgage in distress. I don't know. What state are you in? All right. Okay, you could do that too. But that's we got to, okay, there's several things that this could be without being party to the actual contract. If you're talking about subject to, you could do that. But remember, when you take over someone's mortgage, you kind of you're not in first position. The person still has a mortgage under their name. You will not have the mortgage in your name. A person could also add you to the deed, but again, you're not going to have no title to the thing. So in other words, you could pay off the house. The person could say, I paid off the house, and you could have problems. So I never like saying take over, make payments for somebody else. And even though it's, you could legally wrap it up, but I don't like it being that messy, especially when you start talking about you pay for something for 5 years or 10 years. I'm going to tell you a little story. I did a lease option with somebody for 2 years. The property doubled. Okay. At the end of the 2 years, the property doubled. The lady didn't want to sign the property over. So, of course, we had to go through the lawyers. And, of course, we had an ironclad lease option agreement. But she tried to come up with some other stuff so the contract would be null and void, which didn't work. But the point I'm trying to make is she tried to do something that if you didn't have a lawyer or lawyer money, she could have gotten away with it. And that's the only problem, because she had the house is still in her name, even though my name's on the deed, even though all that's done, the mortgage company wasn't stepping up going, oh, well, you got to do this. No, I had to go see a lawyer. Lawyers had to send papers over. And then they said, well, we're going to sue you for damages too. And all of a sudden it's like, wait. And then I guess she talked to her lawyer and they're like, you signed this thing. You have no leg to stand on. The person upheld their part of the agreement, whatever you're saying. So you're going to have to sign this over to them. Otherwise, you're going to be liable for about 300-400 G's, because that's how much the property has appreciated. So you're out of luck. So then finally she came in and signed the paperwork, but she tried to get out of it. So that's the same thing here. I don't like actually being in those second positions unless I have ironclad lawyer approved agreements. So that's the only way I would do subject tos. All right. Stop struggling now. I signed up with Coinbase under your name. Also, when Coinbase OPO stocks we can buy. That's right. IPO, Coinbase. IPO should be coming out. If it didn't come out today, that means it's coming out next week. And I'm in. I'm buying some. I don't really care if it goes to 450 or whatever. You guys know how I do this. When we buy IPOs, it always happens. 48 to 72 hours later, the stock comes down. So Coinbase, unfortunately, is a whole nother animal. It's part of crypto. So quite naturally, I am going to have to invest on the first day. And if it goes down like it normally does after 72 hours, then even though I might have to pay $4.50 a share, yes, then it drops to $3.90, I will buy more. That's what I always do. Okay? So if you don't want to buy the first day, then just wait to 72 to 96 hours after. See what happens. I think me and Tanisha Lyles went over this before. I think when Roblox came out. Roblox went up to 75. And we were talking about it on a Friday Night Live, and I said, well, wait till Monday. Well, it stayed at around 75, 76, 77, even on the Monday. It didn't go down until like 96 hours later when it finally went back to 70, 71. And I was like, that's still not good enough. So it finally went down to 66, but it took like a week. So we might have the same situation with the Coinbase. So luckily, though, if you waited, we got in at 65 at RBLX or RBX or RL. I can't remember. But Roblox, ROBLOX is Roblox. You can look for the code there. All right. So that's how we do it. At John, thanks. We have another Corwin. Welcome to the Friday Night Live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Only a few people know about how to take a property over subject to. I still love you, Eric, bro. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, exactly, Corwin. I'm glad you mentioned that. Only a few people know about how to take a property over subject to. I still love you. Yeah, again, I'm not familiar. I wouldn't write a subject to. So that's why I've never done a subject to. But you're right. I don't know the ins and outs, but I would still have it under lawyer, legalese, anything, just like an assignment to, subject to. I don't know what state this is in, but I don't like the terms of anything like that because, like you said, I just feel like when you're not the title holder with the mortgage company, you can change up. And that's just the way we are. We live in a country that people are like, wait, my property just went doubled. Wait a minute. I want that $200,000, $400,000. Hold on a minute. Let me see how I can get out of this. You know, they try to screw you. So subject to, yeah, go with the experts on that because I'm not an expert on the subject twos. New York City. Paula Marion, New York City. The subject to? Ooh, all right. I'm just going to say it like it is. You better see a lawyer. New York City's in the financial hub. Don't mess around. Property values are too high there, or can be. Ask somebody in Brooklyn, all right? When property was like nothing, and all of a sudden now it's worth millions. Oh, another $5 donation. Paula Marion, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Keep in mind, a condo hotel loan is structured a little different than the traditional loan. Exactly. That's exactly right. You're right about that, Victor Marrero. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Exactly. Wow, Paula Marion. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, got it. Yeah, like I said, just do the right best you can. I'm not one to talk about that subject to because I've never done one. But yeah, that's it exactly. Definitely consult, especially on this. Because if you're in New York City and you do a subject to, you better do lawyer situation because in New York City, anything can happen. What I mean by anything, Brooklyn, properties that people could buy for 300 grand, 200 grand, just simply like 7 years ago, they're now 2 million, 1.5. And if it escalates like that, which you never know, in New York City, anything can happen. You don't want to be caught where they can wiggle their way out of it. All right, just purchased my CEO sweatshirt. I will be purchasing that Emerging Millionaire next. Thanks, Tanisha Lyles. Thank you so much for purchasing the CEO sweatshirt. Thank you. And the Emerging Millionaire shirts. Thank you so much. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, she purchased it at the StopStrugglingNow.com website, or I don't even know if they added my merch shelf down below, but I don't have neither one of those. So she purchased it on the website, because on the merch shelf, all I had was No Fear. Oh, I did have Emerging Millionaire, but I didn't have the CEO of my life on the merch shelf because they're messing up my merch shelf. Man, I don't know what's up with YouTube. I'm going to have to go down to the YouTube studios in LA next time, and I got to go bitch, because I'm not loving the no love effect that they're giving me over here. All right. So, yeah, we got to talk about that another day. But thank you so much for that. Definitely would consult with the lawyer. Yeah, exactly. On the subject twos, I definitely would, because they're not normal or ordinary. And like Corwin said, not everybody can do those, because I definitely don't know how they work. I've never used subject twos. Buy houses with Mario. Close subject to with an attorney and you good. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's what I was thinking as well, because the way it's structured, you don't want to mess around. It's simple. I know how real estate works, and I know how people get when all of a sudden they're going to sell you a $400,000, because it happened to me, sell you a $400,000 house, and the next thing you know, that house is $800,000. And now all of a sudden they're sitting there going, wait a minute, do I really want to give up $400K or more? Because they might have paid down to $200,000. And now they're looking at, wait, I can get $600K. All I got to do is renege on this. You want to make sure it's locked and loaded. So then that way, all they can do is, I got a lawsuit coming for your ass because you owe me 600 G's. You ain't selling this house. You're not getting the money, because there's going to be a lien against it. Either way, I'm getting the house. So that's just the way it is. Very welcome. Yeah, thank you so much for that donation. I appreciate it. Dropping gems. That's what we try to do here on the Friday Night Live. Even though I came in late, I appreciate you guys being here, because I was 45 an hour late. And that's because I was down trying to do SSN lifestyle stuff that you guys don't know about yet. And I went down to that in Nativo, Miami, the first home sharing condo licensed that way. And they are taking advantage, ladies and gentlemen. They're doing the damn thing. Man, I so much want to get one of them places there. Jeez, good advice, Eric. Thank you so much, Paula. Buy houses. Thank you. Exactly. Everybody gave you some good advice on that. Can you buy fractional shares on IPOs? Yes, you can, as long as they're more than $1. That's right. So when Coinbase comes out, as long as you're on Robinhood, or if you're on Fidelity or Schwab, you can buy slices. On Schwab, it's called slices. So on Fidelity, you can buy fractionals. On Robinhood, you can buy fractionals. So yeah, you'd be able to buy if you want $20. So be it. That's the way it is. No worries. Got to get in when you can. Tanisha Lyles. Thank you. On point. Lawyer up. Exactly. Melanie Bonita, Miss 22 streams of income in the house. Hello, everyone. I had 3 Zooms tonight, but I finally made it. I'll watch the replay too. Melanie Bonita, we are talking about Miami, where the people play. And as Victor Marrero says, Mr. 305, Mr. Worldwide, Pitbull, DJ Khaled in the house, all them guys down there. So, yeah, we're talking about Nativo, Miami, no qualifying, 20% down, no credit check, no qualifying, 20% down. The studios start at $350,000. 1 bedrooms are in the 400s. 2 bedrooms jump to around $6,000. 3 bedrooms, which is a lock-off, meaning you can make it a studio unit or a 2-bedroom unit or a 3-bedroom unit, and it overlooks the bay, overlooks American Airlines Arena, overlooks the park. 3 bedrooms. They're all on the front line. So all look over Biscayne Boulevard. All right. $850,000. $1 million is the penthouse. All right. That's what we're talking about here. And it's not going to be built till delivery is expected December 2022. There you have it. So actually, no, it's not 20. I wrote it down, but it's not 2022, I don't think. It was December Well, maybe it was 2022. Oh, no, that's not it. It was you had to put down at least 50% by 2022. Delivery is going to be in 2023. So anyhow, it's a good deal. Exactly. Locked and loaded. That's how we do it. Oh, I guess I wasn't the only one late. No, I was late. I didn't even start this until 6:55, 9:55 p.m. So, no, I was way late. Again, if you guys are watching the stories on YouTube, I was planting some little breadcrumbs showing people where I was today. So people might have seen that little stories and they'd have been like, okay, he's by the beach. He's by some yachts. He's showing me a brochure with a yacht on the front of it, talking about essence and lifestyle. What's happening here? Dropping some breadcrumbs. All right, smash that like button. Exactly. Thank you so much for mentioning that. All right, Tanisha, it's Friday. E. Thank you for being late. I was truly running behind. It all worked out for me in the end. Thank you, family, for all these gems tonight. Yes, thank you so much. And thank you, everybody, that I was late, and I appreciate you being here. But hopefully you're getting in on some of these gems and realizing nobody's stopping you. All right? A lot of you know there's a lot of minorities here. And because when you go to a job, you may not get hired. Because you go to a neighborhood to look at property, they say, oh, wait a minute. You know, they try to discourage. Say, hey, go get the house across the way. There's all these little things that are in our society that they try to stop you. But you have to keep in mind, you can't stop everybody all the time, and you can't stop people when there's no credit check and no qualifying. So now you can't go in there and be like, oh, you don't qualify because your score is 740, but you don't make enough money. Can't flip it. Can't go the other way. Well, your credit score is so low at 680. Nah, we're not going to let you buy a $500,000 house. Can't do it. So that's why I'm giving you guys other ways. No barrier to entry means you put down some money, pay over the course of 2 years. You have skin in the game. Now you're going to qualify because this Nativo property, you're at 50% LTV. So you're automatically going to qualify for a loan, especially when your property damn near went up in price, whether it's, 50,000 or 60 or 70, but now you're only going to have 40,000 LTV or possibly 30. I mean, that's a win-win. And that means nobody can stop you at that point. You own the property. You have rights to the property. You signed the contract for the property. Nobody's going to stop you, and no bank's going to be dumb and go, hey, you know what? The guy, he only owes 40% loan to value. We're not going to give him a loan. That ain't going to happen. They're going to hope you default. You know what I'm saying? They got built-in equity if you default. They're not worried. So this is what I'm talking about. You don't have to worry about barriers to entry in real estate either. You can buy stocks. You can buy crypto. You can buy real estate. You can buy gold and silver. Nobody's stopping you. Okay? Nobody's stopping you. We got the internet here. You can create your own money from, get extra streams of income from internet. You can write books like Melody Bonita. You can go to Amazon and see all the books she writes. She helps men. She helps women. She helps you psychology-wise, sociology-wise. She helps you make money. She's got books. So she sells books on Amazon. You could write a book and sell on Amazon or other places. So nobody's stopping you. You can make a website. You can start your YouTube channel. You can start your Buzzsprout podcast. That helps you do a podcast on iHeartRadio, Apple, iTunes, Stitcher, and quite a few others, Tune, Alexa, all that. So nobody's stopping you. You can be on Instagram doing live streams. You can be on Instagram doing reels. You can be on TikTok. You can be on Snapchat getting part of that $1 million a day for the spotlight, making some video. It doesn't even have to be anything. If you can get some views, they paying people on Snap. This is all from you doing something, even if you're not good at it. Hey, I can't even speak right half the time, but I'm still trying to help people, still trying to do this. So the same thing happens. So we're at 1 hour and 50 minutes. So please smash that like button. All right. Wow, that property sounds amazing. Thank you for the update. Oh, Melanie Bonita, you missed the property sounding amazing. You missed all that. Like I said, we have workspaces. This is built for entrepreneurs. We have workspaces on 3 floors. Not just 3 or 4 rooms. They got like 12 workspace rooms that anybody can use when you're in the building as an owner or anything. You can use the rooms. It has a desk. You can put your laptop on there. You can invite people over to the workspace unit. Co-sharing space is what they're calling it. They also have since they have 3 floors, they have 1 on each floor that they're calling a meeting space. So if you have people that you want to come over and do a meeting, it's there. And on these floors, they also have a bar, restaurant, and all this, each floor. There's 3 floors of this. Co-sharing. They have boardroom as well, each floor. I mean, this place is awesome as far as I'm concerned. It's awesome. That's just for starters. All right. It worked out for me too, Tanisha Lyles. Exactly. I smashed the like button. Thank you so much, Melody Benita. I appreciate it. Once you start staking your coins, man, oh man, you will be on another level. Multiple streams of income is what's needed to thrive. Hey, Joshua Felder, speaking of that, where do you stake your coin? In fact, that's the video that's going to be that's the best one. If you can show people about the staking, especially with Theta. Okay, never mind. You guys might know the movie. Yes, Unstoppable. Exactly. Speaking of unstoppable domains, ladies and gentlemen, down below. Why is that important? Because Unstoppable Domains is a .crypto. So now you can have your own .crypto. So we have StopStrugglingNow.crypto. So now I could tell anybody to send me any crypto, any. I don't have to say send me BTC and then go to my BTC wallet. No, you can send me Ethereum, BTC, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic. It doesn't matter what the crypto is. You want to send me $50, you send it to StopStrugglingNow.crypto. That's it. There's no longer that 28, 35 string number. No, it's over. So now that means you can monetize yourself with bypassing. No reason to send me money on Coinbase, right? No reason. You're just send it directly to me at StopStrugglingNow.crypto, EricBird.crypto, SSNLifestyle.crypto, for instance, right? Okay. I'm not saying send me any crypto. All I'm saying is that could be your name.crypto. And now whenever somebody wants to send you crypto, just like a Cash App, just like a PayPal, how would you have liked to have back in the day been like, hey, send me PayPal money and send it to your name.paypal? That would have been simple, right? That'd be too easy. And the best part about it is, guess what happens? There's no fees. How about that? Coinbase is going to take fees when you receive money. Most exchanges take fees out when you send money and receive money. You have .crypto, no fees. All right? Eric, you bought at the Towers of Punta Cana, right? I saw a video of what that place will look like, and it's out of this world. Beautiful. Exactly. No, I did not buy at the Towers. I did not. When I got to the Towers, I was too late because the Towers is only 1 year away from being built. So the 1-bedroom was $80,000. So the video I did at the Towers, I actually showed the 1-bedroom model. Oh man, the 1-bedroom model is beautiful. It's only it's 53 square meters, which is actually one of the bigger 1-bedrooms in all of Punta Cana, which means it's almost 580 square feet. But it was 1-bedroom, 1.5 bath, full kitchen included, balcony, and the hotel rents it for you. And it's across the street from the hotel at the beginning of the property. The lagoon is literally a half a mile down. So it's not close to the lagoon or not close within the Vista Cana property. So that was one of the negatives, because I was like, as soon as you turn into the project, and I was like, that's way up here. So, and the other part to the thing, all the 2 bedrooms were sold out. So I was like, do I really want to buy a 1-bedroom for $80,000? Because at that time, there was 2 bedrooms at Panorama Lakes. That was $80,000 down there. So why would I buy a 1-bedroom? And it was Panorama Lakes actually has its own lake out front. But then, of course, that was sold out, you know. But no, I didn't buy the towers. That was my original plan, was the towers and the beach. That was my original plans until I went there and saw the rest of Vistacana. Then my plans changed because I was like, oh, no, I got to get this stuff down here. So, yeah, it's sweet. I want the white door that they have for the bedrooms. They have white doors in their units. Those are the doors I want. All the rest of the projects use those same brown doors that I really don't like. They don't pop. But that white door that they're using at the towers, woo, it's off the charts. I'm going to try and get those white doors in my unit at Vistacana. So we'll find out. But you saw a video on what the place will look like. It's out of this world. Yeah, it is beautiful, man. They got that place looking sharp. But yeah, the towers I did not buy. Do you have a list of attorneys for the Dominican Republic investments? I need a translator. Yeah. I use Johan Confidante and his office. They speak Spanish and English. And then they transfer the contracts into English. Because the Spanish contracts, they're wacky. They got wacky stuff in there. So you got to check it out. They got stuff like, if like one of the things that I was on, they go, well, if we don't deliver the property on time, we can then call it 6 months later and then pay me like 2% a month for the late delivery date. Meanwhile, if I'm late, then they're charging me $1,000 per month. I was like, what are you smoking crack? I said, we should flip it. If you don't deliver on the delivery date, I want $1,000 per month. They're like, well, we got to put that in the contract. I said, you better. There's some other wacky stuff, too, that they have in their Spanish version of the contract. So we had to put it into English and translate and switch it up. So, yeah, Johan Confidante, he's the actual go-to lawyer in Punta Cana area. In the Punta Cana area. I don't know about other areas, but in Punta Cana area, that's the guy. Send me email, and I'll give you his WhatsApp number, and you can talk to him. All right? And then normally he sends his assistant, will send you an email, send you contracts or whatever, but they both speak Spanish and English and all that. So that's who I use. You'll see him on YouTube, in fact. You can probably put his name in and see what he looks like. Because other people use him too. He's the guy, like the go-to guy. Paula Marion, Melanie, what an awesome testimony. You're an overcomer. That's right. Definitely checking out your books on Amazon. Exactly. She's awesome. So many great opportunities. Exactly, Wilson Koo. That's what I keep saying. Nobody's stopping us from doing anything. Nobody. Plenty of ways to stake coins. Provide liquidity, and you're making assets after you make enough. Swap for UDC or BNB or BTC. Just let me know your risk tolerance. Hey, man, you know what to do. Just show me a video, man. Do the high risk. Do the high risk. Because you can always do the high risk with lower amount of money, right? Lower crypto. You don't have to put in thousands. Somebody could be like, I'll do high risk, but only put in 300. And then if it works, you get to you have a bigger upside. If you lose, you have a downside too. Or a lot of people will say middle of the road, but do the middle or the top if you can do a video on that. That would be awesome. So then people, because there's a lot of people that don't even know that there's another, because I talk about Celsius Network. A lot of people don't really know about the staking part with crypto and the daily returns. So, and I don't know enough about crypto to explain it, even though I do it, but I'll let a little guys that's been doing this for a few years do it. Because I just put money in crypto here, crypto there. Like I explained before to somebody else, they're like, Eric, how much do you have in crypto? I'm like, man, I don't even know. I got thousands here, thousands there, thousands here. There's like freaking 10 places that I have money. And one place I lost the money. So that's, how it is. There's millions of dollars sitting out there in ether land. Do you leverage your credit to make down payments on properties? Key Militant, welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for asking the question. You're asking, do you leverage your credit to make down payments on properties? The answer, it's possible. Here's what I'm going to tell you. If you do have credit, then what I'm going to tell you is you better take up that 0%. If you get a 0% offer for 18 months, that's when I leverage the credit for the down payment. That's the only way. Otherwise, I'm not borrowing credit for the down payment because now I'm going to owe that money. Plus, when the new money comes out, I got to owe that money too. But if that's the only way you can do it, then do it. But I would say you better be buying an asset. What I mean by that is you better not be living in it. You better be buying an asset that pays you back money, because then that's the only way that's going to make sense to me. Because now you're going to have the mortgage plus the loan, the down payment money is going to be added on top. So now I want revenue coming in to pay that back. That's the only way I would recommend this. I'm not suggesting you use your credit to put for down payment. All right. I mean, you can do it, but if you got the credit that gives you 0% for 18 months or 0% for 14 months, that would be my down payment. And then whoever I rent to or what I'm doing with this property, that's going to be paying back that money the whole way. Now, if you're going to live in it, I don't recommend. I would just wait, because nothing's going to change between now and later, unless, of course, you want a lower interest rate. But there's always a way to skin a cat. So if you buy now, you got a lower interest rate potentially. You buy later, when the market does its correction, your interest rate might be higher. But the thing is, your interest rate is going to be higher for a time. But when the economy corrects itself, then they're going to start lowering the interest rates again. Then you can do a refi and get your payments down, because you can always do refis. It's going to happen. It's just, that's how it works. Okay, thanks. I will definitely email you for Johan's number. You got it. I'll be waiting for it. Joshua Felder, let's get some steaks. Make it rare. Wilson Cool, I love that. Got it. I will work on that too. Thank you, Joshua Felder. Appreciate it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you think Celsius Network is something, wait till Joshua Felder breaks out the staking, where we're getting interest every day. More than Celsius Network interest when you're staking. Thank you so much, Paula Marion. You can start low and compound for more assets. There you go. He's got it exactly right. It's almost similar. You guys, just go look at Celsius Network. They do compound interest every day, Friday to Friday. And then they pay interest from that Friday to Friday on the following Monday. So today was the cutoff. So Friday, last Friday to this Friday, interest is accumulated every night, and then it accumulates till today, and then they issue it to you on Monday. So it compounds on Monday. Staking compounds every day. So we don't wait for that. And it's a little bit more money, and you can do more coins. Melanie, you're so welcome. Stay fab. Yeah. Are you into Are you talking about NTFs? Key Militant. No, I'm not into NFT or NFTs. No, not yet. I got something for that you guys don't really know about. And okay, story time. 2 hours in, please smash that like button. No, if you're talking about NFTs, I'm not in. I don't. That's a new thing. I'm not into NFTs, but I will be. All right, ladies and gentlemen, story time. I'll probably make a video about this, but story time. So in case you don't know, I used to play professional poker. And one day I'm sitting there getting ready to do a photo shoot. By the way, you guys know about Poker 101A. Longtime subscribers, you guys know. There was a Poker 101A. You guys might have seen the video. You guys can search the channel for the charity poker tournament. And Don Cheadle has a jersey from Poker 101A that has his name on the back. And then another jersey auctioned off at the charity to raise money for the charity. So he has a jersey. Of course, I have a jersey. and with my name on the back, even though the video shows the jersey with Cheadle's name on the back that I was wearing. But that was because that was going to be auctioned off. But I have my own jersey as well. So Cheadle has a jersey. I have a jersey. You know who else has a jersey? Jerseys. Ladies of Poker 101A has jerseys. There was a photo shoot. Yeah. Let's call it a lingerie risque photo shoot that I wasn't at. I was respectful, even though I could have been there. I was like, wait, this could get a little risque. So I gave them the room. We shot at South Point Resort. And some of this is on poker tables. It gets kind of risque, and they're in lingerie, and they're wearing some jerseys and nothing else kind of stuff going on. I have the rights to those. Now, the story is Michael Mizrachi, which is, I can't remember his nick, the Grinder. The Grinder, he's at, it's now called something else. It's called Planet Hollywood. Okay, the Grinder's at Planet Hollywood. It used to be called Aladdin. So, but anyhow, he's at Planet Hollywood, and they make a poker room at Planet Hollywood. So a week before the photo shoot, I go to the Grinder and I say, hey, man, you need to come down to South Point because I got the Ladies of Poker 101A that's doing a photo shoot. And I need you to, why don't you come down and get in the photo shoot? It's going to be at South Point. So he's like, yeah, I'll come down, man. So then I saw him 2 days before at the poker room at Planet Hollywood because he was like the resident poker pro there. 2 days before, I said, hey, man, come on. Don't forget the photo shoot. It's in 2 days. And then I was still in the neighborhood because I stay at Cosmopolitan, which is across the street. So I go across the street the night before and I'm like, yo, make sure you be there like 10 a.m. I'll be there, man. I'll be there. You know what happens. We get there. 9 a.m. Of course he ain't there. 10 a.m. He ain't there. 12 p.m. noon, he ain't there. Dude never showed up. But you guys might see some of these videos, and I can only show some of them because speaking of that, if he's talking about NFTs, now they might become more valuable as NFTs because nobody has this poker stuff, videos that was shot. And at that time, there was makeup artists there. There was wardrobe, professional photographer. The whole thing was top notch, all nine. So we're at South Point, and then at the I can't remember the name of all these spots. And then behind the MGM is Grand something Resort. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's Grand something Resort. And that was where the other part of the photo shoot was at the pool and in the cabanas at the other photo shoot spot. And yeah, the Grinder, the guy that people would know that have seen on World Poker Tour, who's won like 2 or 3 World Poker Tour, who won the $100,000 World Series of Poker bracelet. He was supposed to be in the photo shoot. Can you believe this? Crazy. He didn't show up. But I was there, so you guys will see my jersey's 24. You'll see certain people wearing my jersey in the thing, and then you'll see other jerseys as well. And then the other part to that story, the photo shoot also is at the Las Vegas Speedway. Yeah, it gets crazy. Crazy. And at the Las Vegas Speedway, they brought out some motorcycles with long forks on them. And so now we got cars, we got motorcycles, and we got Richard Petty is there. And he's cool. He's one of the dudes. Richard Petty was like, oh, yeah, man, you guys take out the bikes, take out these cars, put them in the photo shoot. We're good. You don't have to pay me nothing. Just do it. It was cool stuff. Anyhow, that's the story. All right. You haven't saw nothing yet, Joshua Felder. That's right. It's always you haven't seen nothing yet with you. And Key Millen, I thought you were talking about NFTs. That's why I had to give the story. So now I'm going to do NFTs, but I'm going to do the Ladies of Poker 101A. I'm going to use theirs as NFTs because nobody else has this stuff. The girls don't even have it. I'm the only one that has it. All right. Or the photographer has it, but he can't use it because we're under contract where all the rights were signed over to me. So I love daily deposits. That's right. We make money while we sleep. That's how we do it. What media platforms do you use to market your properties? Which have shown you great results? Key Militant, I use Airbnb and VRBO. Airbnb because they charge me 3.5. VRBO because I pay $249 a year and they don't charge me anything. That's the platforms I use. I don't use anybody else. Airbnb has insurance. So one time out of 8 years, 9 years, somebody went in my Scottsdale resort at Scottsdale Villa Mirage. They took the TVs, the flat screens. This is like 7-8 years back when flat screens used to cost like $1,500. They took the flat screens off, stole them. They stole some other stuff. But because it was a timeshare resort, which is a hotel, the person put their card on file. They also gave them a bogus card, even though the card was authorized. It was a bogus card ultimately, so they couldn't charge them for that. HOA has insurance and Airbnb has insurance. The two chatted. The Scottsdale Villa Mirage got paid by Airbnb. So that's one of the reasons why I always stay with Airbnb. You had to send pictures. You had to send a police report. You had to do all that stuff. But ultimately, they sent the money, paid. Everybody's happy. And now the law was looking for the people that stole the stuff. But those are the two, and they both have great results because they advertise worldwide. So, again, when it comes to Airbnb properties, you want to be in an area where there's high rental. You don't want to just pick a property like, I'll give you a perfect example, Branson, Missouri. All right. People love Branson, Missouri for some reason, but at Branson, Missouri, people are only going to pay $70 a night, $80 a night, $90 a night, $100. That's it. So for a rental standpoint, that's not the greatest for me. I want to be where I can be in Anaheim, California, where if I have a 2-bedroom, I can charge people $279, $299 a night on the regular. All right. And then if there's a thing like the NNFA, which is a natural foods thing by the convention center, and you can literally walk across the street almost from Dolphin Cove Resort, I get to charge $399 a night for 7 nights. So I have that week. You follow what I'm saying? So people have to be in Anaheim because that's where Disneyland is. And by contrast, Victor Marrero has the Margaritaville home in Orlando. And when you have a home and it can sit, 6-8 people can sleep in it, and it's a full-blown home with a resort-style clubhouse and pools and things to do, people are going to pay that $500 or $600 per night. So you just don't pick a thing where you want to pick some place that you can get paid. All right? That's what I'm saying. You don't want to pick like a Branson, Missouri, for instance. That's not going to cut it. All right? You don't want to pick like there's Gatlinburg and all that. If you pick those spots, yes, Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, believe it or not, when the leaves change, high season. Summer, high season. So you can get a lot of money within 6 months. But when it's off season, then it's $99. So they have an off season. So you try to pick places that don't really have an off season where they have people that always go there. So that's why a lot of people rent in Orlando. Anaheim only has limited spots to rent stay. Because, it's in a city that they built 50, 60 years ago. So it's limited. Hawaii, Mexico, any of the Cancun, Cozumel. But the problem with those spots, they're all inclusive most of the time. So if you can get a spot there, you're good. I own the Dreams in San Jose del Cabo. which basically San Jose del Cabo used to be nothing. Used to be able to stay in San Jose del Cabo for $100 a night in a 2-bedroom. Now, over the last 20 years, the Dreams property, they have all-inclusive and they have condos there. The Dreams property, I can charge $350 a night for something that used to be only $100 a night. Because now San Jose del Cabo is a place that people go. And they built it all up. So now you can charge an arm and a leg. And the all-inclusive is like $600 per night. So it's similar, again, I keep bringing it up. Victor Marrero's in the right place again. He bought at Hard Rock Casino and Hotel in Dominican Republic. He bought the Conner Rock property. Hard Rock Casino and Hotel, they charge basically right now it probably costs $500 per night per person. It could cost $1,000 per night because it's all inclusive. Victor Marrero or anybody else that owns a Conner Rock has a 2-bedroom, and I'm talking about that's a studio unit at Hard Rock. Is that much? $1,000 all inclusive per night. He can charge easily, I think, $300 or $400 per night, because by contrast, the studio unit, even though it's all inclusive, is $1,000 a night. So he should be able to get somewhere between $300 and $400 a night easily for his 2-bedroom. And it's on the golf course. And the people can still go to the Hard Rock Casino Hotel up there and even go to the beach. So all you're really losing is the all-inclusive portion, where there's, I mean, it's awesome all-inclusive, but still you're not going to eat freaking $500 a night. That's ridiculous. Not in DR. You know, you're going to be hard pressed to spend $100 a night in the open population. You know, so anyhow, that's my take on what you should do for properties, especially if you're doing rentals. If you're just doing a fourplex in a city, that's a whole nother thing. But if you plan on using Airbnb, then you need to be in vacation rental locations where people want to be. Almost, if you can get it, almost six months a year. If you can get more than 6 months a year, that's best. But that's what I'm going to tell you right now. You got to get 6 to 7 months a year where you know you're going to have revenue. You can have 2 or 3 months slow seasons, but I would recommend where you get a place where it's almost 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months. If you can get that, you have a winner. And it's worth it also to pay a little more to be in a better location, because it's all about locations and resorts. Airbnb properties or rental properties, it's all about amenities. I'm going to tell you, and it's all about views. If somebody's coming to your place and you're by the water, they go, do you have ocean view? If you say yes, you get to charge more and more people will book it, versus the unit that has no view, because they're matching up, because you're matching up. You're sitting there going, they look at 5 listings. They hit up people and say, hey, does this have ocean view? No. Does this have ocean view? No. The non-ocean view unit might be $250 a night. Now you have $299 ocean view. They're going to book your $299 ocean view. All right, just to give you an idea. All right, John Ruck's back. He's still at work, checking out the live stream. Thank you so much. Melody Bonita, you are balling in 21 plus streams. That's right, Wilson Koo. She's at 22 streams now. Can anybody catch this woman? Please let me know. Can somebody catch this woman? Victor Marrero's putting in work. He's actually trying to catch the girl, the woman. He's trying to catch her, but I don't know what's going on. I can't catch her. Well, wait a minute. If I start messing around with the Miami stuff, I might be able to catch her. I might, but I'm still way, way behind. It's going to take me about 5 years to catch her. It's crazy. Key Millen. I also recommend Instagram for the purpose of media marketing in your own. It's pretty powerful. Victor Marrero, thank you so much for mentioning that. Using social media, same thing. You make yourself a Facebook page, put down your name of your whatever you want to call it, so then people can possibly find you there. And like he said, you do a little Instagram, and then when you're on social media, you're on Facebook, you post, hey, I got a spot. Simple. You also go to another spot is Red Week. Yeah, sorry about that. It looks like I froze. So Red Week, you can go there and list your properties there, and it only costs I can't remember, $80 I think for a year, or $15 for a year. I can't remember what it was. It's cheap, and you list your properties there. Availability, you got that. So Instagram works too. You got that. I mean, there's options that you can utilize for free. So the second platform is spelled VRBO. Yep, that's it. VRBO. Those are the top two. And I saw a commercial, which was rare, and they called it Verbo, which was funny. Wow, you played professional football for who? No, I didn't play professional football. And RIP DMX. Yeah, tell me about it. DMX was a troubled soul. Unfortunately, another, man, as far as music, one of the better rappers. He was awesome. And just like Tupac, just like Biggie, all these guys are, man, it's sad. Sad. Just the way this is all playing out. All over lyrics and words and drug abuse, and sad. No, I didn't play professional football. It was, I did professional poker. But we used to wear hockey jerseys. And so that's what I was referring to about the jerseys. So we all had jerseys. Well, not all. Only some people had jerseys. I'll put it that way. Not everybody had jerseys. Only some people. Ronald Anderson, welcome to the Friday Night Live Stream. Nice to see you again. Glad you could make it with the icon next to your name. That's right. San Jose del Cabo, beautiful. Exactly. It's so beautiful now. I also own at the West End in San Jose del Cabo. It used to be out there by itself. Once again, used to only get $150, $199. Can get like $299 now. $350. Crazy. Del Cabo. Yep, San Jose del Cabo. Exactly. For long-term rental, I recommend picking a place around a military base. I promise you it will stay rented all the time. That's a good spot too. I can't say nothing wrong with that unless the military base leaves, like they did in Sacramento, and had McClellan, Mather, and I'm missing one. Army Reserve, gone. Just like that. And the whole surrounding area went down just like that. It was crazy. And my cousin is actually on the base closure committee, which is funny. That's his job. He travels around for the last 10 years doing the base closures. Crazy stuff. I have a serious question. If I sign up for Self, Credit Strong, and Kickoff, and add A's, DAU trade lines to my credit report and apply for unsecured line of credit, will I get denied? No. It all depends on what your present credit score is. But first off, depends. It's going to depend on a lot of things. First of all, self-lender, Credit Strong, and Kickoff do not do any hard inquiry. So that's a good thing. So adding those is positive. A's, DAU trade lines have less impact, but it could help you. So that's an AU. Applying for an unsecured line of credit, it's going to depend on what you're talking about. So, and what your credit score is. If you have a 620, none of that's going to help you. You're going to need to have a higher score for unsecured. All right? But down below in the description, I have 2 videos that hopefully you can do no hard inquiry for Victoria's Secret and Overstock. And hopefully you can, if it works, you can get one or both of those cards, and you can add them unsecured cards, and that will help you out. So if you got those 3 and then got those 2, that would be 5. And if you have any other things like a car loan or a mortgage or any other loans that are being paid on time, that could help you out. So then you would be right. And then, of course, your first object for an unsecured card is the Capital One Platinum. All right? Because usually you can have a credit score of like 620 and up, something like that, and it's unsecured. Your next move would be you get a Discover It secured card, because after 6 months, they check it. As long as you paid 6 months on time, the 7th month, they'll increase your credit line. They'll send you back your deposit, and it'll be unsecured. That's what I would do. All right. But what you're asking is going to kind of depend on what your credit score is right now. If your credit score is 620, and then all of a sudden you get into the 700 range, then yes, that would work. You can get an unsecured card. But if you're going to ask me about a $20,000 unsecured card, highly unlikely. All right. You might only get 1,000, 1,500, something of that nature. So it all depends on what you're on your credit report right now. You can always send me a message. I'm 17, by the way. Okay. All right. So that means you should not have credit. Right? So then what you need to do, see if mom or pops has a card that has a 100% on-time payment. Have them add you as an authorized user on their card. Tell them you don't want to use the card, so they don't need to give you a card. All right? That's the beauty of that. You don't need a card. So then that way you already start building credits for when you can sign when you're 18 for the real card. So you might as well get on top of that right now. Just have your parents and tell them you don't want a card. You just want to add. So you don't want to, because if they give you a card, you might use it. So you don't want to be tempted. All right. Learning so much from you guys. It's insane. Thank you so much, Joshua Felder, because it's mutual. We're learning from you as well. So it works both ways. That's what we love around here with the Stop Struggling Now community, SSN Nation. Yes, Wilson Co., but I need to get this Airbnb and rental property money too. My goal is July for that. That's right, Melody Bonita. Come on, 22. All right, even though you're way ahead of me, and now if you do that, then I won't be catching you anytime soon. John Ruck, still here, still at work. I have success renting out rooms directly to customer from Facebook Marketplace and Facebook groups. 10 tenants sharing 2 houses, Atlanta market. Hey, that works too. So you're okay. I see what you're doing. Yeah, you're doing the house hacking technique where you're renting out rooms separately, because if you rent out rooms separately, ladies and gentlemen, you make a lot more money, because each room could be $400, $500. And all they get is a room, and they get use of actually the common areas like living room and things like that and kitchen. But each room you could be doing $400, $500, and that could be 4 rooms, could be 2 G's, 3 G's or more. Buy houses may tell us. Buy houses from Muriel. Thank you so much for putting that in, because we don't talk about that house hack technique that much, which also, by the way, makes it a commercial property, which makes it more valuable. That's a stream of income. That's an asset, ladies and gentlemen. Another way to create streams of income while you sleep is doing what he's doing. Rent out the rooms. And you have money coming in to pay off your note if you have one. And if you have no note, then all the better. But either way, you're having other people pay off your stuff. That's what we call an asset. And also, by the way, what most people don't realize is what he has just done, he has increased the value of the property. So if this is in the ATL, let's say he bought the house, it's $400,000. And now you can this is a commercial property at this point, because he can say, hey, I'm renting this out for $3,000 a month. That has a value. Okay. So now it's almost like a commercial property, and it can be done. All right. Friends of mine turn homes into commercial properties, and they get people to invest, or they get a higher loan value because they go, hey, we made X amount of dollars this year from the property, and turn it into commercial property. Yes, residential, they're able to turn into commercial loans types, even though that's the way it works, but they're still getting it done. And that's in Cali. So I'm pretty sure you can do it in Atlanta as well. But yeah, he just changed the game. That's how it's working, ladies and gentlemen. Key Melody, you ahead of everyone, man. Just keep an open mind, and you would be surprised how far you can go in your lifetime. Exactly, Joshua Felder. Good, great info. And look at the man, the young man asking questions, ladies and gentlemen. This is what is going on here. He's not afraid to answer questions. He's not afraid to try to gain some new knowledge. A lot of people are afraid. They won't ask questions. They won't send emails. They won't do anything and just try to wing it. This guy's trying to get ahead of the game. Like Joshua Felder said, he's already ahead of the game. He's right here with us at the SSN Nation. So that's what we're talking about. Joshua Felder, I'm blessed, bro. Learning so much. Obviously, thank you so much, Key Militant. I'm glad you're here, man. This is awesome. You're not in the normal demographics either. That's awesome. I'm glad you're here because you're going to be able to do damage when you get a little older. I'm also into Forex right now, trading solo. All right, be careful with that, man. Be careful. That's all I can say. Even though I know you're under 18 and so you can do Forex. But just be careful with that. All right, Ronald Anderson, yes, sir. Good to be here for another awesome show. Everyone hit that thumbs up. Thank you so much for mentioning that, Ronald Anderson. Smash the like button. We got to have it for the YouTube algorithm. They don't give us much love around here because, you know, we keep it real. This is the no guru zone. And they don't like it that I don't put ads every freaking 5 minutes in the videos. They don't like it. So that way, reminds me, you guys, we got to help other people. Not everybody realizes what Key Militant realizes. He's saying, hey, I need to learn something now, and this might help me out for the rest of my life. A lot of people don't know nothing about this. So you got to help them out. Share the videos. All right? Please. All right. Key Militant, keep learning and implementing. When you see an opportunity, take massive action with no hesitation. That's how you grow, by failing, my friend. Can't say it any better, Joshua Felder. That's how we do it here, gentlemen, even if you fail. That's why I tell you guys when I fail. In case you guys think everybody wins all the time, they don't. It's just like when I used to play poker, and when you go to a casino, for instance, I'm sure you guys have been to a casino, and when you're walking out, you ask your friends, hey, did you win? 9 times out of 10, your friend goes, yeah, man, I won like $200. And then you're like, wait, I just saw you lose like 400. What are you talking about? Everybody acts like they're a winner. They never like to tell you about the L's. Okay? That's why I tell you guys, I can't win them all. You can't win them all. Key Militant, just remember that. You can't win them all, but you have to try. All right? And then when you get knocked down, you got to try again. Just don't give up. Okay? We can't win them all. Just like I keep telling you guys. All right? I tell you, I buy stocks. They go down. I don't win them all. But I win more than enough. I'm better than an all-star baseball player. All-star baseball player just has to hit the ball 3 out of 10 times. He's an all-star. Okay? No, we're batting 600 plus. Okay? I'm losing 30% of the time on other stocks generally. But the 60% I'm winning outweighs the 30 that I'm losing, so we have profits. All right? Our ROI year over year is awesome. Okay? 60% ROI year over year. And that's with the stock market slumping in the middle of February. Imagine if it never slumped, then, geez, we'd be over 70-some%. I'm at 60 right now, thanks to the recent uptick. But at one point, it was 70 in the 70s. Okay, so that just gives you an idea. But I can't, the 20 or 30% I'm losing on. So let's just keep it real. You know how we do it here. This ain't sugarcoating. This is the real deal out here, because a lot of people think when they're watching social media, they're like, man, these guys are winning all the time. I should listen to them. No, they're just telling you the wins that conveniently forgot about the L's. All right? When I started businesses, I have failed businesses before, but that doesn't stop me, because that's part of growing. That's a part of failure, is part of success. There's no way around it. All right? You have to go through the door to find out if you can succeed. Oh, lost audio. Let's go look it up. Let me see. Are we still, you guys got me yet, or did I lose you? All right. No guru zone. We all learn and help each other. Exactly, Wilson Koo. Exactly. Tanisha Lyles, loving the channel. So many options in this game of life. Time to play to win. Taking nerd in the house. Yeah, there you go. That's it exactly. You into crypto mining? No, Key Militant. I am not. Maybe somebody else is here doing it, but we don't have to crypto mine. We're earning interest every day. Stay tuned for the video for the staking. All right. Celsius Network. Down below is the link. Go check it out. We earn interest every day. We stake our money. We're earning more interest every day. We don't have to do anything. We just let it sit there. We're hodling. We're earning interest on our money. And I'm not talking about 3%, 2%, 0% like a bank. We're talking about 10% a year, 13% per year. We're talking about, oh, man, Key Militant, I might as well get you on this right now. You were asking me about credit, right? And you were asking about how can I get credit cards of a higher number? Think about this. If you start investing now and you start investing in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and whatever other coins, right? Theta, right? And things like that. Polkadot, D-O-T, Link, L-I-N-K. All right. You start investing in these. Imagine in 2 to 3 to 5 years. Just think about it. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but it could. Imagine, if you will, that maybe you have $30,000, $40,000 worth of crypto. If you're at Celsius, you could borrow 25% of that. So if you had 40 grand, that'd be $10,000 you can borrow. Okay. How about a 1% interest rate and you got up to 36 months to pay it back? You have no credit check, no qualifying. All you do is press a few buttons and 2 minutes later, you have the money in your account. Nobody's stopping you. You're your own banker. Now you pay back your loan to yourself. You don't need a bank. You don't need a credit file. You don't need nothing. That is what you were able to do, and you're in the new revolution where we have the people's money, and you can do this now. Celsius Network does it. Nexo does it. I might have the links down below in the description. Go check it out, man, because that is the new thing in 2021. I've been trying to get everybody a little bit away from doing the credit the old-fashioned way, because the top 10 percenters, they don't worry about their credit score. They get money from their businesses, get loans, and they borrow against their assets. That's it. They don't need to go to a bank. The banks are just like, oh, you have commercial properties, you got money in the bank. Oh, we don't need to check your credit score. Here's a loan for you. We're just going to use it against what you got around here. Simple. All right. So you want to be in that same ballpark, and crypto's allowing you to do that. So make sure you download Celsius Network down below. And if you're already playing the money game and somebody gave you some money and you're winning on Forex, deposit $400 or more of crypto the first time over in Celsius. You're going to have $40 free BTC or $40 worth of DAI, D-A-I. All right. But no crypto mining. That means I got to get some machines. Fail forward at Key Militant. That's right. Fail forward. You're going to fail. So don't worry about, I tell this to everybody, you're going to fail. That's a given. What are you going to do after you fail? Just stop, or you're going to keep going? Don't listen to your friends either, because most of the time your friends just want to work 9 to 5. That's a whole nother mindset. You want to make sure you want extra streams of income. That's the only mindset you need to think about. Do you do consultations? Mario L. Of course. Just send me an email or there at stopstrugglingnow.com. It's a no guru zone. No charge. No course charges. No, it's free. Just send it to me. I'll answer whatever you need. All right. I don't do like the true nature of one. It's not like I do call ups and chit chat on the phone and all that. Just send me an email and I'll send you back whatever whatever I can provide for you. Key Militant. Preparation meets opportunity. Eric has a great platform to learn as much as you can. Thank you so much, Paula Marian. I'm glad that the young man found his way here, because if he looks through some of the videos, his mind's going to expand greatly. And especially if you check out these Friday Night Lives, because a lot of people here are doing so many different things, and then your mind will start thinking, wait a minute, I don't have to sit here and do certain things. I can spend my time doing this and still make money while I'm sleeping. Robbie D's in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. What's up, King? Happened to be browsing and saw the live. Thank you. I'm glad you're here once again. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. Anybody who came in late, you guys got to check out the replay, because I was talking about a Miami condo downtown called Nativo. No credit check, no qualifying, but you do have to put 20% down. And the cheapest property is around $350,000, which is a studio unit, but it's downtown, nearly across the street from American Airlines Arena, right where you want to be. The train, the monorail station is right behind it on, I think it's 2nd Street. Right there is the stop. Right there is where you can get off. Right there is where you can get on to go to the airport, come back from the airport, go to Fort Lauderdale on the train, come back from Fort Lauderdale. You can get around, don't even need a car. That's what's so beautiful. And you're downtown. So that's one of the things. You're moving pretty fast yourself. At Victor Morel, you need to write that real estate investing book in your YouTube channel for more streams. Victor Morel's, he's already let some of the cats out the bag. Melanie Bonita. He's sitting there like Mr. Fat Cat right now. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I don't need to write books. I don't need to do it. He's got, I've been keeping track a little bit. He's got a property that he bought when he was in Fort Benning years ago that he rents out. And last week he let the cat out the bag by saying the property that he rents out there in Georgia pays for his residence now like a true asset manager. Remember, you want to have assets pay for your other assets. He's doing that. Then he went in with his brother-in-law, I think, or his brother, at the Margaritaville home, and he makes about nearly $100,000 a year from that. Then he bought this property over in Punta Cana for $231K, and it's now worth $300K, and it hasn't even opened yet. It's going to open up like in the next 3 to 4 months, and he's going to be able to rent that out. So, yeah, he's doing pretty damn good. I don't know. He might write a book. I don't know. But the man doesn't pretty much have to do anything. And since he was in the military, he might even be retired from that, making that military pension money. So keep on moving, Robbie D. That's right. Falling down is part of the life. Getting back up is living. Exactly, Paula Marion. Couldn't have said that any better. That's beautiful. All right. Super Rich is in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Our fintech's the next big thing for credit. Yes, it is. Is it the biggest thing closest to the primary trade lines from last year? Yes, it is. Down below in the description, get your Tomo credit card. Oh, by the way, Tomo credit card for the people that want credit, no credit check. How they do it is, this is a fintech. They check your bank account. They have you log into your bank account using Plaid or something, and then they'll give you a credit limit. But it is a net like 7 days or a net like 14 days. So what that means is if I charge $100 today, then I got to pay that $100 back in 7 days or 14 days, whatever their net 7 or net 14 is. So it's temporary. But they report to the credit bureau. So it's a win-win. So yeah, fintechs are the next big thing. In fact, let's talk about it. Salt Lending. If you had your crypto at Salt Lending, they loan 30 to 70%. You need a 600 credit score though, but 600 is pretty low. And they'll give you a loan of 30 to 70% of your crypto. How about that? Celsius Network's a little better though, because if you just get 25% loan to value, 1% loan, up to 36 months. So, but super rich. That's right. Fintechs are in the house. Fintechs run on the Ethereum network using the ERC20 token. Now you see why Ethereum has increased, and it's going to keep increasing because more fintechs are getting into the crypto and they're running on the Ethereum network. That's how we do it. AB, the CEO, welcome to the Friday night live stream. And I like that little title he has in his name, CEO. Ladies and gentlemen, you are the CEO of your life. So I love the AB, the CEO. So you get on it, get your LLC started, start making your extra streams of income. And then if you make over $40,000 a year, you do an S Corp. So then you don't have to pay that much in self-employment taxes because you can write yourself an owner distribution, not taxable with self-employment, and part of it, 40% of it, or you might be able to get away with 30% ratio, but 30 to 40% you're going to write as a salary. So that salary is going to be a W-2, which means you are going to have to pay taxes on that. But you don't have to pay taxes like a normal LLC where it passes through. So if you made $50,000, you got to pay self-employment tax on $50,000 profit, versus if I made $50,000 and I have an S corp, I say I made $20,000 under a W-2 is what I paid, and then the $30,000 there's an owner distribution. Now I only pay, well, actually I'm not going to pay that much because it's $20,000. All right, we don't pay that much in taxes on $20,000. What are we going to pay? $1,000? Come on. And then the other $30,000, I'm not going to pay the tax of a self-employment tax of 15% on. You're damn right I'm not. So I miss out on that $4,800. I don't have to pay that no more. I get to put that in my 401k, ladies and gentlemen. Do you hear me? All right. Do you hear me? AB, the CEO, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for the videos, King. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support, AB, the CEO. Appreciate that. Key Militant, new mining is on your cell phone. That is true. That has come out. Key Militant, I wish I had your maturity insight when I was 17. At 17, I was too preoccupied with skateboarding and girls. Exactly, Diesel Mike. That's exactly right. That's exactly right, man. That's exactly right. And don't look. This is how America works, because I was on a whole nother level myself. And most of the time I'm going to tell people I was called like corny, square, whatever. I was like, whatever, because I'm like making money. Even when I was 17, I'm making money. I used to, another story. This is a short story. I was, you guys know I played sports, which basically at my senior year, I just played basketball only. So, I actually had a job at 4 a.m. in the morning. I worked for Crystal Milk Company. And the guys used to deliver milk into the rural areas in California. So it's farmland like. So I'd be up at 4 a.m. and I actually was like the inventory manager at 17. I was 16 at the time. So they let me be inventory manager because you guys may know by now I'm a numbers guy. So I did their inventory for these guys. So during that time, I got up at 4 a.m. I never told none of my friends about it. I played basketball too. And then before basketball came, my friends came over to my house and they said, hey, man, we got to go play and get our stuff together. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to bed. They're like, what? It's only like 6 or 7 at night. I said, I got a job. They're like, what? You got a job? I said, yeah, I work from 4 a.m. in the morning. All my friends are having fun, but I'm making money. I got cars to pay for. You know what I'm saying? I'm already like, we got stuff to do. I said, I'm not going pro next year. So I got to plant seeds. So that's what I was doing. Investing a little bit here, investing a little bit there. But my friends aren't doing that. Just like Diesel Mike was saying, skateboards, girls, and partying and all that stuff, which is fine. But always keep your mind on some money and what you're doing in your future. Because when you're and militant, you're going to have a harder life because prices are going to be higher. So it's going to cost you more money to maintain a lifestyle that your parents may have, or people that you may know have a nice lifestyle now, but now it's going to escalate where that same lifestyle for you might cost 10, 20% more. So you're going to have those streams of income, and you're going to have to make more money. This is going to apply to everybody. But when you're that age, your friends are on a whole nother level. They're out there playing around. I'm never playing around. You're right. When you are down and get up and do it again, that is how you win, Gino Shimiente. That is right. That's how we do it around here. That's why we're calling it the emerging millionaires. That's it. I also heard that having primary trade lines such as Kickoff, New Coast, AG are putting people at a higher risk. What is your opinion on using trades like Trashing? Yeah, you can't use those. First of all, AG Jewelers no longer is none of these are report. Well, New Coast, the credit bureaus mess with them, so now they started removing their customers, not from all the bureaus, but maybe one of them, TransUnion, I think it was. AG, they removed all three, so you can't get any of them. You can't use them guys no more. Kickoff, yeah, they got changed too. They stopped allowing them to report that $1 a month. So Kickoff now has higher limits on their thing, but apparently they're still reporting. All right. Here's the other thing. Because of the way they were, I don't know about higher risk, but it improved people's credit score, and people were able, even last year, to get homes. Their car payments were lower because the interest rates were lower. They were able to get a lower interest rate with the house because their credit scores were in the sevens, adding like an AG, adding like a New Coast, adding like a My Jewelers. So I don't know what people mean by high risk, maybe for credit cards, but people were able to get better terms with those for the home and the cars. As far as credit cards, that may be what they're talking about. I don't really know. But most of the time, people got these trade lines so they would improve for their house or their car or something they were trying to get that was in higher importance than a credit card. So I can't answer the question. I don't really know about the higher risk there might be. And that may be why the credit bureaus are messing with them now. I need to get with you about Miami property. Robbie D, no problem, man. Shoot me an email, but you can find it online. It's here. I was messing around with this Aquilina, which I couldn't find the prices. But let's go. Where is it at? Here we go. Nativo, Miami. The property of properties right now. 20% down. This is the one, Nativo. This is the one. Let's see. This isn't like the app. Okay, it's not by the beach. This is what it looks like. This is what the renderings look like. This is off the pool, and this is what they're calling the one of the movie rooms. There's a projector up here. Do I have this on screen so you guys can see? Yes, I do. Here's the projector that comes down out the ceiling, and apparently it's going to be on this drop-down screen, and you can sit here and watch like the Miami Heat, the Miami Dolphins, even though the Heat's going to be across the street at home potentially playing, but you can watch sporting events here. This is by the pool. There's a bar out here, just to give you guys an idea. Here's what this is the 3-bedroom, because the furnishings, these are all furnished, everybody. This is one of the penthouse units, and they're using that RH. That's, what's that RH? It's that furniture company that I don't really like. It's pricey and hardware. It's called, I'm sure somebody knows who I'm talking about. It's something hardware. I can't, Restoration Hardware, I think is the name of it. My friends used to go to Restoration Hardware and buy up there, but I was just like, man, this is just plain, and I don't like it. I don't really like paying $5,000 for a dining room table. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like paying like for that chair over here on the right, $2,000. You know, I just don't get it. But that's who they have. The penthouses are made with Restoration Hardware gear. And I'm like, man, I would trade that out in a heartbeat, especially for the price. I mean, there's other options. Cool stuff that you can get from designers. I'm going to tell you guys a little secret. Another story, right? Another story. When you fail, you try again until you do it right. That's pretty much it. I also working on a clothing brand. My pop said if I have employees and put their name on my merchandise, I can say it's uniform and everything will be all right off. He's right. That's correct. If you have an LLC, which is a business, you have your own clothing brand, and it's a uniform. That means your business can write it off your uniform because that's an expense for your employees because it's a uniform. He's exactly right. He's right about that. So that means you can write off. Actually, talk to an accountant. I wish Trudy was here. You talk to an accountant, you might be able to write off twice. First of all, you get to write it off because you bought it from the other, whoever makes it. And then second, because it's a uniform, you might be able to get the value of the uniform in reality. At least that's what I'd be trying to push for. I don't know if you can do it because I never have done it, but I'd be trying to get a double write-off if I could. I just got approved for Tomo, waiting for the card. Beautiful, Robbie D, because that's a no hard inquiry card. And by the way, it's down below. Yes, Tomo is a charge card. Exactly. See, key militants on top of this. Wow. Yeah. It's no hard inquiry. And I also have X1 down below, which is a wait list fintech, which also allegedly is going to be no hard inquiry, but you can only wait list right now. So both are down below. And I can't believe this. The teenager, he says Tomo is a charge card in question marks. Yes, it's a charge card. In the 1950s, credit cards started being a charge card where you can charge something and then you would have to pay it back within 30 days, which everybody knows now it's like Amex still kind of stayed with that platform. But when credit cards first came out, they only limit you to 30 days or 2 weeks, net 30. That was it. So you charge up $200. Well, that 200 better be paid by 30 days. Otherwise, you have no more charge card. So Ethereum contract are more user-friendly to get to protocol for fintech and other blockchain. Exactly. But there's other blockchains that are better, quite frankly. But everybody's on that Ethereum bandwagon and BTC. But, yeah, that's how it's going to go. All right. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, that ERC. That's why Ethereum's going to go up. That's why I told everybody 9 months ago, you better get that Ethereum when it was 345. Here we are at 2,000 now. Here's one for you, HD and low. It's on fire. Still more to go. Yeah. Home Depot, low. Yeah. Prices are going off the charts with lumber and building materials. This is what I'm talking about. That inflation's a killer. Key militant, take investment seriously and you'll achieve financial independence, retire early by the age of 40. A millionaire before. Yeah. And Victor Marrera, I'll say one other thing. I've been telling all the kids, I've been telling them this. They actually are going to be able to increase their wealth faster than we were because they actually have vehicles that allow them to earn interest. Like we were talking about the new crypto, and crypto didn't exist until like 10 years ago. 12 years ago is when BTC first came out. All the people who were able to invest in that, who turned 20, let's say, in 2010, and then they put in $5 here, $10 there in 2010, 2011, they're all millionaires. That couldn't have happened for us. But even under the stock scenario, stocks never appreciated at 20,000% in 3 years. That never happened. So everybody now if you're young, you can be in crypto, and in the way crypto moves, a person could have invested $200 and all of a sudden, next thing you know, it's 2,000% on their money. And this is what's happening right now. So they are actually able to achieve wealth faster. And they're able to earn interest daily, which we were never able to do. Banks would never do that. That's crazy. So they get to do things a little bit differently. So us old school guys, we have to be in that game. And my nephew told me about YFI. It was $70. Yearn Finance. He found out about it. He's in San Francisco. He just sent me a text saying, what about this YFI? You might want to get some. I was like, all right. So I only got like 2 things or something. Next thing I know, I'm looking at my thing and I'm like, does this thing say 70,000 or something? What? Nah, this can't be right. It's 700, right? No, 70,000. It went up to 30, 40,000 Wi-Fi. Crazy stuff. And that's because he found out about it because he's in San Francisco area. Crazy. They have stuff we can't, that they're into. Yep, Nativo. That's the one. That's it. Nice place. You got this. Yeah, Nativo. Once I stayed at the Intercontinental Hotel and fell in love with that. Ew, yeah, Robbie D. The Intercontinental overlooks the park. That's where the Ultra Music Fest is. Right next to it. Yeah, Intercontinental Hotel upscale. That's what I'm talking about. The staff, they open the doors, the concierge, everybody's, hey, how you doing? You need some water? You need anything? That's how people like to be treated when they go somewhere. And like I said, I always bring up Victor Marrero because he owns it Margaritaville. That Margaritaville is like that. If you guys check out Weston. God, man, I wish I got so many names in my head. It's the Westin in the Virgin Islands. 5-star. Try like $1,500 a night, $2,000 a night, and people pay it. Another story. Even though I left you hanging on the other story, I'll give you this story. I'm in Napa at the 5-star resort called Vino Bello. 5-star. They have a winery out back, a wine cave. The spa is in a wine cave. 5-star. Okay? Vino Bello. So I'm in the wine cave drinking wine. This lady comes in. She's actually complaining. She's like, man, I don't like this place. I'm like, what are you talking about? This is a 5-star resort. I'm like, they got the spa right here. We're in a wine cave right now doing wine tasting. The guys are pulling out, they have barrels in the wine cave, and they're actually giving us tastings in here, just carte blanche. The rooms are spectacular. I'm just like, you're in Napa? And then the husband's like, yeah, she's like spoiled. I go, spoiled from what? And he goes, oh, because we hang out the Westin in the Virgin Islands. I go, oh, that's a 5+ star, and it costs $1,500 a night. And I said, this is only like $500 a night, $700 a night for a 2-bedroom. What are you talking about? And he's like, oh, no, I'm staying in the studio unit over here. I was like, what? What are you talking about? Because they have two sides. They're staying in the studio unit, which is actually like a hotel room. That's why she's having a problem. It's basically an upscale studio unit, like at the Intercontinental Hotel. And that's what the problem was. I was like, oh, you're not staying over here in the unit like I'm staying in then. The 2-bedroom with the fully furnished kitchen and 8 people dining table and all that. He goes, what are you talking about? He's like, no. I said, okay, she has every right to bitch then. Man, what are you doing? You have her staying at the Westin in the Virgin Islands, $1,500, $2,000 a night. Then you bring her over here and put her in basically Intercontinental Hotel type room and act like she should be fine? Come on, man. Stop playing. They're not bringing her food to the room here. I mean, you know, there's no white glove service coming on over here. Come on now. I see why she's complaining. All right, let's move along. What do you got? Intercontinental, though. I love it. Yep. You guys, I don't know. Did I do a video about the Ultra Music Fest? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. I can't remember that one. But it's right there, right downtown. And actually, that's almost where, well, no, the Nativo is a few blocks towards the American Airlines Arena. Only maybe 2 or 3 blocks. That's where the Nativo is, on Biscayne. And the Intercontinental is right there too. And you're right by the park where the marina is. Oh man, don't even let me get started. It's the perfect place. Nativo is fabulous. Exactly. I really dislike the ETH. They're robbing people. Yeah, exactly, man. They're doing what BTC does. You know, $20, $15. It's disgusting. I agree with you, Joshua Felder. John Ruck still here. All right, we're at 3 hours when I was late, ladies and gentlemen. We have 47 people here, so please smash the like button. I'm going to have to wrap this up because it's 3 hours. I'm way past my bedtime. So we got to get to bed, ladies and gentlemen, because I got to drop that video by Joshua Felder so we can help other people. I'm about to turn 18 this year. I want to build my credit. What do you recommend? I do so I can get the unsecured credit line. Okay. Key Militant. Down below in the description underneath the video, use the 2 videos that say soft inquiry, no hard inquiry. When you turn 18, that's what you're going to do first. Okay, you want these no hard inquiry cards. You want to do Tomo credit card. Okay, forget the unsecured credit line. Forget what you're seeing on the internet. The guys with all the cars, the fancy houses, the fancy cars, they have to pay for those things. You don't want to pay for those things using credit. What you want to concentrate on is streams of income. The sooner you get down with making streams of income, you're not going to care about credit because you have money coming in while you're sleeping. You don't care. You can have plenty of time to work on your credit, like I said, slowly but surely. The fact now, if you go to school on campus, they're going to have those student credit cards so you can start your credit journey. Simple. If you don't go to school, it does not matter yet because when you're 18, you will get credit cards unsecured. They may only be 300, they may only be 500, they may only be 1,000. You have plenty of time to do your credit. Just concentrate on streams of income. That's my recommendation because streams of income, once you learn how to do streams of income, you can make money for a lifetime. That's all I can tell you. You will never have to worry about going to a job and they messing with you. Well, that was one of my pet peeves. I go to a job, bosses mess with me. I'd be like, dude, I make money. Just because I show up here at work, it's only because I'm 20-something. I don't want to go full-blown CEO of my life. I'm working at a job. I'm getting paid pretty decently, but I always had side money. So they come and go, Eric, we talking crazy to you today. I'd be looking like, man, come on, man. Can't talk crazy to the guy that makes money. I make more outside of this. I'm just working here because I'm 24, 25. I'm not just going to go do whatever. I felt I was trying to learn just in case I might learn something from a job. But all I learned was how to work 8, 9, 10 hours a day and have people, not really appreciate your work. And I was like, I'm not down with this. And you talking crazy to me too? That's not working for me. So all I'm saying, get your streams of income. The credit will come. All right. You'll get offers when you have streams of income. And you have bank accounts, the banks start sending you offers because they start seeing that you have money coming in. And then, like I said, just get some ordinary cards. You don't have to worry about it. Your credit will build up naturally. Just give it some time, but don't be so quick to use credit because that's debt. All right? You don't want to really have debt. The only reason we want to have debt is if you have assets to pay for that debt. Don't go the other way around. Everybody charges their card, then works at their job, then says, okay, I know I can pay $50 a month. Then they get another card. I know I can pay $60 a month on this card. Next thing you know, they're paying $300, $400 a month on credit when they could have been starting their streams of income that's giving them $300 or $400 a month. You see where I'm going with this, hopefully. All right, exactly. The younger generation has the easier and faster way to be rich, Robbie D. Exactly. They sure do. Excellent content. Bitcoin hit 61,000. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not bought Bitcoin, you're doing a disservice to yourself. You have to buy Bitcoin. You have to buy ETH. Coinbase isn't doing an IPO for the hell of it. All right? They have assets under management. Everything that's in Coinbase is assets under management. They have, I don't know how much money they have in Bitcoin alone. That has a value now on the markets. That has a value. So what's going to end up happening, more companies are going to buy millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin is finite. There's only X amount of them unless they mine more, which is what they do. But mining isn't like fast. They're not going to mine like another million coins in the next week or two or the next year. So common sense says when there's demand for a product, the price goes up. So you better get your money into Bitcoin. Then you put your money into whether it's staking or interest by Celsius. The link is down below, where you earn money daily. And when the price goes up, like at 61,000 right now, that means I'm getting more interest at Celsius, at Nexo. I'm getting more interest now. And that also means I can borrow more money now because the price went up. If that's the thing I wanted to do, but I'm not going to borrow. But the point I'm trying to make is that would be my own assets, which means I have no credit check needed, no qualifying for anything. I can borrow against my assets, go on doing whatever I want to do with my money. No bank is going to tell me, I'm sorry, we can't give you a loan. You see what I'm saying? Wow, 61. No surprise there. I was wondering what took it so long. It should have been there as soon as Square bought some, Cash App bought some, Elon bought some. I mean, Sachs Goldman bought some, JP Morgan bought some. I'm like, what the heck's going on here? Why is this staying in the 50s? We got 1.5 billion coming from Elon. We got another like almost 1 billion coming from everybody else. $2 million to $3 billion. Why is this price still the same? Crazy. Yes, that's the one. Weston, Virgin Islands. That's the one. 5-star. That's the one. And by the way, I own with, you guys, backstory. I was thinking to add 3 primaries like self, credit strong, and kickoff, waiting for a month for it to report, then adding AU trades on the, is that the move? No, that's not the move. That's not the move. Now that I know you're 17 and you don't have it, the move was the one I said. If your pops will give your mom or dad has a credit card, just tell them to add you on as an AU. Your credit score will already be 700. All right? Their best card. And then you're going to get self-lender. All right? The links are down below for that. Self-lender. The reason why you're going to get self-lender is because once you get into the self-lender program, that's an installment trade line. So on your credit report, you need an installment trade line and a revolving trade line. The credit card that your parents hopefully would give you an AU for, that's a revolving trade line. So you need that. Then you get the installment trade line from Self. After 3 months, Self gives you a savings account. You tell Self, I want an unsecured card from my savings account so it doesn't cost you any more money. They'll take the money from your account with your self-lender account and put that into the unsecured card. It might be 200, 300, depending on which program you pick. That card reports as a revolving trade line. So now you'll have 2 revolving trade lines because of the AU from your parents and that self-lender, and you'll have an installment trade line. Your credit score is going to be 700 anyhow because it's new. All right? Don't be so quick to worry about the unsecured credit. I mean, unless you're going to tell me, Eric, I want to try to do that 0% thing, but you're not going to be able to do that right now. All right? So don't rush to worry about the unsecured credit. You don't need to buy anything right now. I'm assuming you live at home. So you don't need to rush out of here and go shopping with your credit card. You need a credit, so your credit score is a certain number. And then you need to make sure whatever you're trying to use that credit, you want to be able to use your credit, which is other people's money. That's what a credit card is. That's bank's money. You want to be able to use that to buy assets. Just keep that in mind. Yes, Biscayne, Marina, love it. Exactly, Robbie D. Exactly. You know what time it is. And for the studio, $350,000. Hold on, guys. Wait a minute. Hold on. I got to show you guys something. Okay. All right. Since you guys been here this long, hold on. Let's go on and get this. Now, I didn't buy at the Nativo. I didn't buy at Nativo, but here we go. All right, I'm branded. Yeah, they gave some gear out. Okay, so I have the Nativo hat. All right. Also, since I have this, that means I might have the price list. Oh, I do. Okay, now I can give you guys the actual prices now. Because I actually have. Oh, wait, I don't have them. Okay, let's see. I'll give you the actual prices. I have notes. I had prices. Okay. All right. What else? Yeah, they know a little something about me. Oh, yeah. Look. Here we go. New way to own the Nativo branded stuff. Miami. Okay. All right. So you guys see I was there. All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I got it finally. I forgot it was sitting right here. Here we go. Okay. The building sits when it's on Biscayne. That's where the 3 bedrooms are, overlooking Biscayne. The pool overlooks Biscayne. You can see across to the American Airlines Arena. That is considered east. All right? The back of the building, Sunset. That's considered west. South is considered, if you're facing the building, south is on the left side and north is on the right side. That's facing the building. I'm across the street facing the building. So now the north side overlooks the freeway and the other section of downtown. And south side you can have water views potentially if you're close enough to the front of the building in a 1-bedroom or studio. And you see the south side downtown towards Intercontinental, actually. So get this. The south side with potential water views costs less, which is unbelievable. Okay, here we go. Here we go. The 3-bedroom upstairs, 1,300 square feet, by the way, $1,224,000. Southeast. So that means it's on the southeast corner. But it still overlooks Biscayne. And by the way, the 3 bedrooms, 2 balconies, one on the Biscayne and one on Northeast 6. All right, it wraps around. Oh, did I mention full-length floor-to-ceiling windows? I mean, every time I forget, there's so much stuff, it's ridiculous. All right, penthouses, ladies and gentlemen. 2-bedroom, 2-bath penthouse, $847,000. Studio penthouse, yes, there's one, $478,000. A 3-bedroom penthouse, $1,401,000, 1.4. All right, that's what we're talking about. And by the way, they're still holding some back. I just found out today. All right. So here we are. Delivery is 2023. I knew I was off about the 2022. 20% to reserve. Then they want 20% in 6 months. Then the remaining 10% isn't due till December 2022. Now, again, this is pre-construction, so that means you can structure this so that second 20%, you'll be able to structure it over the course of from now until December 2022. They just want their 30% between, after you put down the 20, they're going to want their 30% between now and December 2022. So as long as you structure your payment plan that way, I'm pretty sure they'll go for it. And then delivery is 2023. So we got 24 months plus. All right. Now, the cheapest studio is $385,000. The cheapest one bedroom is $452,000. And the cheapest penthouse, basically, you don't have a choice because there's only a 3-bedroom, a 1-bedroom, and two bedrooms. So cheapest penthouse is a studio for $478,000. Then the 1-bedroom is $562,000. That's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. The 40th floor is available for the studio unit, and it's $390,000. And that's number 10 line, which has only 10 left. And the reason why it has 10 left is because it has water views from the balcony. And everybody knows it, so they're buying up the 10 row. And only 10 of the units out of the 51 floors is available. There you go. All right. Robbie D, how can we connect? Hit me up at Eric@StopStrugglingNow.com. Eric@StopStrugglingNow.com. Hit me up. Golden, Key Militant. Hopefully so, man. Thank you so much for the gems. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here and willing to accept the knowledge. That's the first phase of everything. Willing to learn. As long as you're willing to learn, always humble, always be kind. Nice. What did you about the double write-off again about my brand? No, I'm not saying you could do it. The first part is your dad is right, because when you buy your gear, that's a first write-off. All right. So you get to write off whatever the cost of the gear was to make it. The second part is, which I don't really know, because maybe I don't know if we even have an accountant here, but if we did, that second part is what I was saying is, since now that I, as a business, make my employees wear my gear, then I was saying I might be able to take other tax deductions, because now the gear might even be depreciating gear because I'm using it as my business, for my business as a uniform. So that's what I was saying. I might be able to write it off an additional value for the gear as a depreciation thing. And maybe if Marrero's still here, he might be able to help me out with that. But I've never done that. But that was the second part to the equation, which I'd be looking at that, because that is a mandatory item for the company. So I should be able to write that, the retail. Let's say I made my gear for $10. Then I'm thinking, okay, the reality of the situation is I made it for 10, but the value of it to me, I sell this for $25. So now, since it's mandatory for my employees to wear it, I can say that each shirt is worth $25, which now means it's a depreciating asset. Why? Because I have to replace it after it's worn out. So that's why I'm saying, but I'd have to talk to an accountant about it. But in my eyes, I'm like, I can write this off as a depreciating asset to boot, because it's required uniform. I'm thinking. So check with an accountant, unfortunately. So anyhow, Nativo hat, Nativo gear. They were listening to what I was saying. They're like, hey, hold on, we got to give you some gear. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. And they were trying to get me to sign a contract today. Well, let me put it to you another way. The numbers that I just gave you is on a piece of paper. Does anybody know what the actual value of this place is? And by the way, nobody even answered my question about the value. If we're buy a unit for, let's say, $400,000, and I am able to obtain rent revenue, not profit, revenue of $100,000, and let's just keep it at my profit's going to be 50%. So that means my profit is 50 grand. Can somebody give me a ballpark idea of what you think the value of the property would be now? Because now I turned it into commercial property. How much do you think it's worth? Let me know. So 400,000, I make 50,000 profit. Let me know what you think. But hopefully you got that, Key Militant. Say, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Agreed. This information is D golden. Thank you 1,000 times over, blessed. Charlie's in the house. welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And I always say she's got the icon next to her name, so I appreciate that greatly. Paula Marin, thank you so much for the donations. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to wrap this up because this is the longest live stream and I was late. All right, here's Robbie D, 450K. He's in the ballpark. All right, 3 hours well spent learning and gleaming from the wealth of information. Fred Stewart, welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for saying that. Yeah, a lot of people are dropping gems. The community helps out and they give off excellent information. And tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, watch for that drop from the Joshua Felder Mr. Crypto video to help you swap your money because we can't buy all the coins on Coinbase as American citizens. So we have to use funky stuff. And he has an excellent video that I'm going to drop. So I want to thank Joshua Felder again. I want to thank Mr. Financial, Curtis Davis, for dropping his gems. I want to thank the young man, the young gun is what I'm going to call him, Key Militant, because he's being armed with bullets in the chamber. So all he has to do is implement. Go with the playbook. This is the 1%er playbook, by the way, Militant. Top 10%er playbook. That's what I'm giving out to you guys all the time, by the way. And the beauty of this is we have new people that have come to join us, like Victor Marrero, who's actually basically a top 10%er. And he's also saying what he does. So everybody can see that he's basically correlating with everything that I've been telling people to invest in and to do. He's sitting here saying that's what he does. And he has revenue streams coming in. So you build slowly, get your revenue streams one at a time. Don't be greedy. Just take your time. There's no rush. Everything's going to be fine. All right? Just take your time. Everybody wants something next day. All right? We'll be contacting you. All right, Robbie D, I look forward to it. All right? Looking forward to that video. Yeah. Victor Marrero sitting there already going like this at the house. He's like, wait a minute. You mean, wait, there's something else that I can make like another $100,000, $50,000 on, $20,000 on by doing hardly anything? I have a little bit of money to put over here. Wait a minute. You mean I can turn maybe $1,000 into 20? Yeah, exactly. In a year? Possibly. In fact, I really think this Bitcoin and Ethereum thing is not done. That's what's scary about it. Even after the gains it's already done over the last year, over 1,000%, 2,000%. Imagine if Bitcoin gets to something crazy. I hate to say it because I can't even fathom that the coin might go to $100,000, $150,000, 2 times your money, which means if you put in 2,000, now it's going to be 4,000 or more. I mean, this is getting kind of scary. And Ethereum is still undervalued. Ethereum could go to 10,000. I mean, who knows? This is just scary. Oh, okay. Robbie D put in the $450,000 for the $50,000 profit, 100,000 revenue. How much can I sell that property for? All right. I'm going to give you guys a number in a little bit. What I would be selling the property for. All right. Victor Marrero. Haha. Key Militant. That's right, my brother. That's how we do it, man. Okay. Okay. So here's what I'm selling it for. I'm just going to tell you guys straight out the box. So if I have, this is what I consider commercial property, right? So somebody comes up to me and says, hey, Eric, how much are you going to sell your studio unit for that you bought for $350,000? And then I tell them, hey, you know, we had revenues of $100,000 this past year. And out of that, $50,000 is profit. They're going to look at me and go, okay, so we're going to try and do $400,000. And I'm going to be like, not enough. You know why I say that? I have a simple rule. Whenever somebody starts talking about properties, I start going 2 rules that I have. It's always 10 times. That's my rule. So I'm like, dude, you have to come with at least 500, which I always would say that's insulting. So therefore, you got to come with a mill. It makes $100K a year revenue, 10 times. Other than that, see you later. I don't have nothing to talk about. All right? So there's your answer for it, ladies and gentlemen. 10 times. That's what I go by. So that's why you'll see places like my friend. You guys may have not known the story, but my friend bought the Super 8 in Biloxi, Mississippi for, I can't remember the number right now. I think it's I think it's 5 million, 4.9, I think it was 4.9. And he got investors to put up the 25%, 1.25. He owes them 12%. You guys can go check the video out. We're on live, so he's telling us the numbers. Just look up the hotel thing, 4.9, 5 million. He got investors, other people's money to put up 1.25. He owes them 12%. The property makes like $1 million a year. Out of that, the profit is like $500,000 a year. Okay? They have a restaurant and they have a conference room they don't even use yet. It's not even in the equation. So now after he bought it, he gets it reappraised. The reappraisal guy comes in and says that's 6.9, I think they told him. 7 million if I got this right. 7 million. Just like because he bought it at the right price, it's worth 7 million last year. I don't know what it's worth now. He's getting it rebranded. The company that's rebranding it, I can't remember the company who it was. I don't remember. They gave him $300,000 to upgrade the room. Gave them 300. They didn't have to spend the 3. They gave him 300. Now the appraisal dude says, well, once you do that, and if you get the restaurant and the conference room in there, it's going to be 10 million. And maybe 12, depending on what the revenues are from that spot. All right. So to give you guys an idea, we're talking about 500,000, but they were making like $1 million overall, pretty much 800, 900,000 or something. I can't remember the numbers. And so I told him immediately it's $10 million is what it was worth when he told me. So then when the appraiser came back and said, nah, it's 6.9, I think the number is. He's like, man, they said 6.9. I said, yeah, because you don't have the conference room and the restaurant to add to it, but you're already doing like $1 million a year. I said, it is worth that. So then when he got that new branding deal, the guys are like, oh, yeah, it's worth 10 million. I was like, dude, it was worth 10 million already. So there's your answers, guys. All right. Wow. That's what I want to roll with you. Robbie D, welcome to the party, man. That's what can I say. Welcome to the SSN Nation. This is how we do it. Oh, and Robbie D. Yeah, you can roll with me, man. Check out some of the videos, man. I throw in some nuggets every now and then. Check it out. Just look up the Playboy party. I'm there. Check it out. At the mansion. Check it out. Check out the Super Bowl stuff. Yeah, like I said, Super Bowl parties, I'm there. Okay, check it out. It's all online. I got some video occasionally. I don't have videos from some other stuff, but I got videos of a few things. Check it out. Ultra Music Fest, I think I got a video on that too. From like, that was 3 years ago maybe? I can't remember. Maybe 2.5, 3 years ago. I can't remember. Go check it out. There too, man. And you might start noticing a few things. I'm not in the crowd. I'm usually right there by the stage. Shaq's thing. I'm in there, but unfortunately I had my old phone, so it doesn't really show that much. But hey, go check that out, man. Super Bowl party at the Shaq's joint. At the Shaq's, what was his called? The Shaq Playhouse or something like that. Migos was playing there. And I can't remember who else was there. Little John was there. A few other people. Check that out. You know, that's how we roll, man. That's how we do it. If we didn't have this COVID thing, we would have been in New Year's, where the ball drops. We'd have been at 50th Street, inside, nice and warm, popping bottles, on 50th and 7th for the New Year's ball drop. That was the plan, but COVID came. So maybe it'll be one of these other years where I'll try to have people up in New York. We go there. We get our rooms, stay in Manhattan, and we just stay at the Manhattan Club. I got a spot there, or we can stay at the Wyndham 45th. Either way, they're both nice accommodations in Manhattan. Be there a few days before New Year's, a few days after, and we go hang out at the Majestic Cafe, where the owner is. Me and him are like this, and we get to stay there, and then everybody else is in the bullpen around 12 noon. Actually, now people line up at 9 a.m. in the morning. Meanwhile, we come in at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and then we go in and we have all we can eat, all we can drink, champagne, and we sitting in the warm confines. And then the police let us through the barrier where the bullpen is about 15 minutes before the ball drops. So then we come out. So we don't have to worry about bathrooms. We don't have to worry about food. We don't have to worry about drinks. We're all nice. We got music in there. Nice. You know what I'm saying? It's only a cafe, but it turns into the jam spot for New Year's. So that's how we do it. John Ruck, still working. I need a mentor like you, Robbie D. I don't know, man. It's no guru zone. We don't do mentoring that much. Love New York, second home. I'm from Philly. Invite me. Yeah, man. Philly's too. You know, the Broad Street. Dude, I used to live in Jersey. Broad Street. I used to be, I was lucky. As a kid, I used to be at the Spectrum in Philadelphia watching Julius Dr. J. Irving. That's right. Sidelines. The Doctor. Yeah, man. Great times. Daryl Dawkins coming to the parks in Jersey. Man, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff when I was a kid. At a park, I think we were in Camden or something like that. I don't remember exactly. And all of a sudden, there was a big crowd and some dude that was above the crowd by at least 2 feet. And it turns out it was this guy named Daryl Dawkins. Signed with the Sixers. Crazy. Should I wait to open credit lines with banks because I know that will pull my credit report and don't want that? Yeah, don't open anything with the banks. Exactly, because you can only have 4 hard inquiries in 2 years. After you have 4 hard inquiries in 2 years, then your credit score is going to go down. That's why I say start with the self-lender or the Credit Strong, the Tomo card, something that does no hard inquiries. Get those first, and then your score will already be at 700 because you have a virgin credit score. You get those first, you'll have a good score to boot, and then when you're ready to apply for a bank credit card, which it's no biggie, you'll easily get a credit card. Won't be a problem. So don't worry about that. Eric, I got to give a disclaimer. Anyone who purchases a hotel in California, do your homework and make sure it's not one that housed the home. Yeah, tell me about it. Tanisha Lyles, since you're in LA, I know. Yeah, they put homeless people up in some of these places, and oh man, it's not good. Not good. You got that exactly right. Don't be buying in Cali with the homeless situation. Jeez, it's a mess. Hard, exactly. I know what you mean. Yeah, no hard inquiries. We don't want hard inquiries right now. You want to keep your score. You want to just build your score on soft inquiries. That's it. I will focus on income and credit lines that daft. Yes, exactly. Credit lines that soft pull. Exactly. That's all you need to do. Should I not worry about bank? No, not right now. You're too young, man. Too young. All you need to worry about is, all I'm going to tell you is if you start making money and you're 18 and you're 19, you're not going to care about credit because you won't need it. But what you will do is you will start getting offers in the mail from your bank or whoever you bank with, because they start seeing the revenue coming through. You'll get something that says you'll get a $5,000 credit line. No problem. That's when you're going to snatch the credit. But you don't have to worry about none of that. I don't believe. You don't need credit right now. Just work on the streams of income. Then you'll be fine. And then do what I was saying with the soft pulls. And then you'll have a 700 credit score. And then once you have the income and once you have the revenue, show that you have revenue and you have a 700 plus credit score, you're going to get credit. So that's the least of your worries. But you never did tell me why you're trying to get the credit, though, or what you're trying to use the credit for. That would be helpful. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we talked about a lot of stuff. I went over almost 4 hours, so I got to run. I got to get some sleep. I've been in the beautiful city of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, trying to do some SSN lifestyle stuff. And in case you just now came here, check out the stories on the YouTube channel. I gave a little tidbits of what I was down in the Miami area doing today. And it ended with Nativo. And in case you missed it, Legacy is sold out. The other $300,000 property, but it's not even on the same level as Nativo. It was just basically a hotel, amenities type hotel stuff, but not with the upscale and not in the location that Nativo is. It was 2 blocks back off of Biscayne. So that means it must have been on like First, and no views of any water in sight because there's buildings in front of it blocking. So it was just strictly a condo with hotel amenities, and not like the rooms are not even built like Nativo. Nativo's over the edge, right? Great live. Thank you so much, Joshua Felder. Thank you for your contributions. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, don't miss the crypto video tomorrow that Joshua Felder kindly did so we can buy other coins, because Coinbase does not have all the crypto on there that we can buy. And there's other coins that are moving up that we can't buy. But Joshua Felder shows us a way how we can get it. So watch for that video. It's going to drop tomorrow. So with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. That's why I always bring you the real. Every Friday, we have gems dropped by lots of people. I try to bring you a little bit extra, like this time, the Notiva and some other stuff in Miami. I tried to bring you that. And I want to bring up something else that I forgot all about this whole time. If anybody else is buying property in Punta Cana, I should mention this because we could buy groups of something together. But I want to say something special. A friend of mine actually makes designer chairs, bars, tables, desk, resins it. It all is one-offs. You can't make 2 of the same because no 2 pieces of wood have the same grain. And he's an artist, and it's in a gallery, but he's a friend of mine. So we don't have to pay the artist gallery money, which is $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 to make a bar. He has made a bar for stuff in Fort Lauderdale and Miami that these guys are paying an arm and a leg for. I just talked to him today, and I said, dude, in about 2 years, you're going to have to hook me up for my condos in Dominican Republic, because I'm going to be putting a bar on the terrace. So you got to hook me up with one of these long bars. You got to hook me up with this fire pit, because he can, oh man, I don't even want to talk about it until I can show you guys, because he makes this stuff that is one-off that nobody else has. And we can get it at the right prices, of course. He's my boy. So we're not going to be paying $5,000, $10,000 for this stuff. We're going to pay whatever it's costing him, plus a little bit extra for his pocket, of course. But we're not going to be paying the overprices for it. And so if anybody wants to get in on that, just keep this in mind. All right? This is how we do it. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.